fucking greatest. Yeah, let's go. Everybody bounce like this one.
Yeah, I bring them soldiers when the drama get the poppin', cuz y'all don't want no problems when them llamas and them choppers bust and get your head swole, break a nigga neck bone, break a brick and quarters, got me pitching in the school zone. Shit, I'm all about my fatty, boss hog 20-inch Pirellis, pink and canary, princess cuts flooded the Bentley. I'm a madman, a monster, ATL stomper nigga, something like Kane did and swerving my Impala with the seats back, ducks tints, cognac and my labos lit, drunk about a liter, getting twisted with my nigga Ritz. He like to listen to Blitz, you know my dog from the bridge, brought Ritz to NY, had him chillin' with Blitz, and this is true stories, this is real talk, nigga frontin' Moss Burger, tear his head clear off, and it's the savior reppin' NYC, QBC representative, Ocean V.
Let me say this.
Well, I like to see me now. Tell your man then, I don't wanna have to blast the can in, but I will if I have to, you understand, man? All that scaring, man, it ain't scaring, man, it's pissing me off. We're about to start murdering. Fuck that, nigga, we about to end the party. Please don't blame us, he ain't have to get me started. Should've kept his mouth shut. Just don't say nothing. All that rah, 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 still won't say nothing. He'll pull it 20 times, but it won't spray nothing. I'll punch him in his face. Everybody know we frontin', man. These niggas is ridiculous. It's like in God we trust, but for the chips we bust. We niggas, y'all ain't got shit for us. We pop pistols, sell missiles, smoke a fish, you buzz, man. I'm just trying to get right at the party. You fuck around, get left right at the party. Motherfucker, get straight to you. No ifs, ands, ors. You got a problem if you go against the boys. Get away from us. Man, get from around us. We got 3 cars of niggas following behind us.
Running the streets, now you running from me. Ain't nothing sweet except the slugs. I got a gun to your teeth. Rest in peace, eat this copper-coated candy, it's dessert time. Get your suits on, I hope you're ready for the Hearst ride. Got my boots on, and I'm stomping on this jerk spine. First time you slip, then it's put you in the earth time. Eat a curb sandwich, boot to the back of your dome, and leave a Timberland emblem on the top of your skull. I don't know what you heard or what you been told, but mess with me or mine, and you get it back tenfold. That's 10 times worse. I don't care, I let the left fly first. Your fam will have to say goodbye at the church. I know it hurts. Said bounce, bounce, Jay is in the house now. Ass out, haters, sit your ass down.
Baby, I like it raw. And I told you before, you gotta be on all fours and holding the door. Yeah, you can catch me where shit be popping off, where a bottle of Chris Tops be popping off. I got it for you kids, even hard and soft. On the grind all the time, I ain't never clocking, not at all. Picture me not shining, knock it off. It's like phoning a chick and I knock it off. From the jump, I'ma hit you with a punchline. I'm water, something like Reggie when it's lunchtime. Me and the game's a perfect match, like Barnes and Bats, explosive like Saddam attacks. Armed and strapped, ready to take the game by storm. Until the day that I'm gone, I rock on with my badass from NY to Baghdad. I'ma get it poppin' with Cracker Jack and my man Chad.
Bounce, bounce, bitches in the house now. Niggas throw your hands up, bitches pull your pants down. Get the tits and ass out, get so drunk you pass out. Fuck with crud, you ass out, quick to pull them cats out. Broad day gunplay, 6 minutes of bullets. Niggas talking shit, I bet they shit they drawers when I pull it. Every day drunk in public, motherfucker, I love it. I'm your average white dude, just minus the mullet. Only in Guinness in my cup, I learned that shit in the bridge.
This paper that we chasing fucked me up too many places. If you playing niggas, take it, send them off on a vacation. Look, we tired of all the cat niggas acting like they made you. Gon' say you got my back, tell me now it's looking dangerous. It sounded like he got a big ego. Be safe, don't be worried about your ego. Like lately I'm a menace, not a hero, they watch. Remember I was lost, I can't steer on, they plotted. It sounded like he got a big ego. Be safe, don't be worried about your ego. Like lately I'm a menace, not a hero, they watch. Remember I was lost, I can't steer on, they plotted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the All Ego Podcast. As always, your humble host, Jay Legacy. I try to be, I try to be humble. Excuse me, y'all. Allergies is bad this year. I don't know if y'all feeling the effects with the change of the season. So please, pardon the raspiness of my voice today. It's a lot of rain, change of the season, dropping the pollen. It's all good. But without further ado, as always, the right hand man, the ace, the utility. Vinny is everything. So everybody, welcome Vinny V to the room. Vinny V, what's good?
What's good with you, Jay?
Nothing much, boss. Nothing much, man. Another wonderful week.
Yes, sir. And it's about over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, when the week is over for most people, my week is just getting started. The weekend is when I do most of my business. So my week is just
That I understand.
getting started. That grind is just getting here. So what's good, man? You got
Oh,
anything going on you want to talk about today before we get into these topics?
nah, ain't nothing too special popping off. Still, grinding it out here. I was about to agree with you because shit, ain't like I don't work still on the weekend.
Yeah. Weekend is the real
Time
grind.
for self improvement, B. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Um, Nothing in the news you wanted to discuss? Because I notice I take up all the time on news and things of that nature, things to talk about. I figured I'd throw the ball to you today.
Wow, and for one time, honestly, I haven't. Oh, okay, bet. I don't, but I didn't look into it. But is Joe Biden really going up for impeachment?
Is Joe Biden going up for impeachment?
Man, I was,
He might.
I was at work and I was walking by and I heard this on TV. I'm like, I ain't never take the time to actually look into it to see if it was real or what, one of them, might have been Fox News. But shoot, I don't know what was going on. So I don't know. That's kind of it'll be crazy because I'm guessing it got something to do with the Hunter Biden nonsense, and he got all them felony charges.
And why
Did
why
you
you
know?
call
You
it
know?
nonsense? Why you call it nonsense? You're not buying it?
Oh, it's not that I'm not buying it. It's just it's bureaucracy as it normally is.
Yeah.
They
No,
they
I'm
put
being
some
honest with
smoke
you,
up
Vinny.
somewhere else.
If
Yeah,
I'm being honest with you, I don't even know why it's news.
they all crooks. Just look hard enough. You ain't
Right.
gotta look too long.
It's like this is for anybody who witnesses what's going on in, I guess, in that arena, and you seem surprised or have a strong opinion about it. Like you ain't been paying attention. Like maybe you should vote. Maybe you shouldn't vote because you don't even know what's going on for real. Like,
Because it's been going on. Right.
yeah,
What you been looking at?
right, exactly. Right. What are you judging them on? Like you don't realize, like what's going on here, man?
I mean, just name a family, name a president. There's a conspiracy.
Right, right. So, hey,
Like, is what it is.
yes, sir. Yes, it is.
I don't know what you just did, but that's a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working on these programs, Vinny. We're we're gonna be. Listen, look. I told you, I'm not playing, man. I told you. I told you. I got these. Oh man, you can't really see it good. I got these all super cars I've been passing out to everybody. Yeah, you can't see it because of that light,
I
man.
mean, you and
There
that
we go.
super light.
Hey,
There you go.
there we
There you
go.
go.
I got these
Okay.
cars
Okay.
I've been giving out. You know what I'm saying?
Classy. That's real classy right there.
Yeah. Well, people. I have conversations with people all the time, and they always want to know about what we discuss on this platform and what we got going on. And I don't like having those conversations. I like to stay focused on what I'm doing. So I'd rather just take a business card. I have all the links on the back of the card, the YouTube, the Rumble,
Right.
all social media links. Just go through that, and you ain't answer your own goddamn question.
Pretty much.
You know
If
what I
you
mean?
really want to know, you'll go look at it.
Exactly. So
Let's
one of the
see.
topics I want to go into quick early because we're kind of late on this. We didn't record last week. That was my fault. Sorry to anybody who was looking forward to seeing last week's episode. My son plays junior varsity football now. He had an away game, and due to other let's just say technical difficulties, I didn't make it back on time. So that was all on me. Sorry, y'all. I'm not, all I can do is take accountability and assure y'all steps are being made to make sure that that is no longer an issue. But my son come first, man. My son come first. All right.
Absolutely. Ooh.
But that being said, we're a little bit behind on this topic. So I want to go into it quick while it's still something to talk about. Yep, you see it. Remy Ma. Have you been following what's going on with this situation, Vinny?
Okay, so I didn't watch the video, but I did kind of like read the backdrop to it. So, yeah.
All right, man. I want to say before we watch this video, Geechee Gotti, if you are someone who is into battle rap, bars, delivery, things of that nature, Geechee Gotti, man, I'm telling you, by far my favorite battle rapper in the game. I just thought I'd throw that out there, man. I got to give him his respect. Geechee Gotti is the gentleman who you will be hearing in this rap battle. So let's just go ahead with it. There, the Geechee. And Geechee gonna get you. Wait, where was I at? Yo, Geechee, he a crip for real. That's why he gonna say what he's saying. Nobody gonna stop him.
That's his wife knocking you out compared to what he could have did to you. Nigga, that was life. And you not off the hook either. If you gon' cheat, at least cheat with a nigga that can fight. You know this ain't right. You know this ain't right. Come on, y'all know this ain't right. Y'all know this ain't right. Remy, you are up here supporting the victim. We done had 6 Chrome events. 6 Chrome events. Papoose was at all of them. How come he ain't at this one? That's a good ass question. Don't worry about it. Why he ain't at this one? Why we ain't in New York? Because the last time there, your husband punched on him. So you actually brought it to where he more comfortable at. So if he did decide to show up, this weirdo can have an ups on him. I hope she wouldn't do that. Hey, yo, Gotti, you ain't getting booked there again. So if he do show up, he can have the ups on him. Man, you fell for real. I hope that awkwardness in your home, your child don't feel. How can you support him? How can you protect the nigga that Sony couldn't protect you? It's wild for real. This nigga's a chump. You know he ain't got the heart food. Fucking a nigga bitch when you ain't got hands ain't even a smart move. So look, fucking a nigga bitch when you ain't got no hands ain't no smart move. But if I was you, I would have been like Verb and Hitman and you would have been the one I talked to. Like, I don't give a fuck if you fucking this nigga. Just tell him stop spewing the business. If niggas found out you was fucking the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Liam. Nigga, that's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love. Niggas wouldn't even think that y'all marriages still had to go through them stages. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years. It was nice and
Yo, Vinny, when this is over, look at the look on her face. She's about to humble the shit out of
Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how his woman the greatest. Nigga, he held you down in prison for 6 years. I know it was nice, he cried big tears. He still biting down the biggest accomplishment front row, giving you big tears. Now y'all got a beautiful baby girl who oh so amazing. He'd be damned if he lose you to this bozo with braces. The world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. Hey, the world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. But this nigga behind closed doors running his mouth like a hoe supposed to do. Making blogs and YouTubes, people arguing in the comments if those posts is true. Cause them TMZ and same old outlets, they only know you. Listen, eat the best foods. When you ain't feeling good, he put you back in the best mood. Yeah, he knocked him out because he be damned to keep seeing you get stepped to. By some nigga he socked out and stood over like a step stool. If you think he didn't love you, you gonna put up with all of this shit, yo, papoose. Yes, sir. That's how you talk to your bitch.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Yo, the audience is savages. Yo, the audience is savages, yo.
Audience ain't nowhere near as savages as daggone Geechee or remember that.
Yeah.
Woo.
Geechee
Talking
was
about
wild
humble.
for that one, man. Wow.
No, he won't, but Remy was wild for being up front.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people think that they're above reproach. So I really don't think she believed that he was gonna say any of that. Any of that. Right? That was probably the
Oh, I'm
first.
sure.
Yeah. Well, what I will say is, like, I try to be real, about my conversation with y'all. And one of the things that keeps me true, especially when I'm talking about things like relationships, I always keep the missus here. So when I speak, y'all know I'm speaking the truth. She just, she don't like being on camera. If there was a way I can get her to show y'all she's here every time, y'all just gonna have to take me at my word. You know what I mean? Because she just don't like. I can't get her to say anything. Hey, say something. Say something. Hello, everyone. Hey, there you go. There we go. I got her to say something. So I say all that to say, at one point in my relationship, I used to, how do they say it? I guess lack of a better word, I would pedestalize my wife. And I don't know if she would ever like just on her own say this, like without somebody asking her. But I know deep down inside that made her look at me like, man, this dude. Sometimes it'd be like, man, just get away from me, man. Just get away from me. And I had to, because I'm an observant person. I study human behavior. So it's like I can see it. She didn't have to say it. Like I could see her body language and her movement. It's like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. Why is that when I'm nice to you, you seem to get aggravated? You know what I mean? I think Papoose, but he didn't understand the assignment. he pedestalized this lady too much to the point where she believed that she was better than him and could do better than him because he showed her that she's better than him. I'm not here making excuses for her. I can go in all day on her. But I try to do my best to be consistent with the message of the podcast, and we got to start with the men because we the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So, fellas who are watching this, please understand I'm not giving her a pass. I will speak on, I guess, her. I guess, I mean, at the end of the day, it's her actions. You know what I mean? So I will speak on her actions. But men, we got to learn how to mitigate these issues that we keep running into. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Sometimes we look. Not everybody could be all ego like me. Some of y'all's ego is high, and y'all ain't paying attention. You need to bring that ego down a little bit and look around because what you believe life is not. And you think you in a comfortable situation, a comfortable. Yo, this dude stood by her side 6 years in prison. Now let's be real, man. Nowadays, ain't nobody like 6 years.
Mm.
6 years. That's a long.
I don't know, Jay. They got this show called Love After Lockup.
Yeah, but let me talk about that show, Love After Lockup, man. You know that all these women are middle age in their mid-30s to mid-40s, man, because they got no choice but to pick from the dudes in prison, man. Y'all miss me with that stuff, man. They got no choice. They can't get no man worth his spit out here. The young dudes don't want them, so of course they go into prison to try to get. And that's the stupidest shit, yo. Man. Don't, Vinny. I don't even know why you brought that up just now, man. You gonna have me going in on that?
Just for that reason. Mm.
Yo, that's outrageous. That's
But
outrageous.
I mean, like that's how bad it can't be that bad for you. There's got to be somebody. There's some lonely people out there that in need of a good kind of good woman.
Listen, there are a lot of homeless people. There are a lot of people who are starving, but they still draw the line on their consumption and their living environments. Like at some point, you got to have standards for yourself. I don't believe that people who are homeless or people who are starving. I don't believe that. How do I say it? Like they should eat whatever they can get their hands on, or they should.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't subscribe to
Hmm.
that. I don't believe in that shit because you know. Come on, let's just be real, Vinny.
Too much food out here, bro.
Right. Right. If you offer a homeless person a shit sandwich, they are not going to eat it because they're hungry. They
Right.
understand, like, yo, I'm not eating that. I gotta have some pride to myself. There's men out here who ain't got no pride, and
Where's
there's
the cheese?
who have too much. What'd you say?
Where's the cheese?
Where's the cheese? It's in there somewhere.
All right.
My bad, y'all. My
Yeah,
bad,
okay.
y'all. My bad. Listen, y'all gotta excuse me tonight on some serious. What time is it? No exaggeration. I got up on Thursday morning at no, today's Thursday. Wednesday morning at 4:30 in the morning. I did not go to sleep again until about 5:30 this morning. I slept for 2 hours and been up ever since. So please pardon me. I'm gonna say some things on this episode that y'all gonna be like, what? I'm gonna have I told y'all I get overstimulated when I don't get no sleep. So please bear with me today. Give me some type of pass. I don't know what type of pass it is, but give me some type of pass. So that being said, Vinny,
Yeah.
this toast is to
I
you,
was
brother.
about to ask you. Yes,
Toast is
sir.
to you.
Okay.
Now y'all can't hold me accountable. Y'all saw me take the drink. Y'all know I ain't got no sleep. Don't hold me accountable. I think I'm lying. Y'all saw me take that double shot and I'm drinking coffee. Like, who does that? But I gotta stay awake. This is for y'all. So back to this whole Papoose and Remy Ma situation. I mean, at the end of the day, I can tell Papoose was raised by his masculine ass mama. His mama masculine. I can tell. Vinny. Listen, the topic of today's show is I am your man, not your slave. Okay? And Papoose was raised by his masculine mama, so he believes that he's a slave to women. It is his job to stand by him, tolerate him, be patient with him, all the responsibility with no authority. You think Papoose can tell Remy Ma what to do?
I would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, he would in the right situation, yes. But the fact that he pedestalized her so much, and he basically he volunteered to be a slave to her cause, her life, what she wants, how she feels, uh, prioritizing everything with her, and like I said, not paying attention. Not watching the way she moves, not watch. Look, look, Vinny. I'm always honest, man. I remember what made me really start paying attention to me, I guess, pedestalizing my wife too much is when she would come home from work all the time angry. And I just didn't understand it. It was like, yo, why is she angry all the time? It makes zero sense to me. But, I was dumb. But come on, no excuses. It was just dumb. Most of us are, man. Most of us
Yeah.
are. Because we were raised by our masculine ass mamas and our masculine aunties. I have a very controversial take on, that, but I'm gonna pull back just a little bit. But Vinny V, but we spoke on it. We were programmed that, no matter what your mama do, you don't talk bad about your mama. You always defend your mama, fight for your mama. Your mama could slap the shit out of you, tell you worthless, and you worthless just like your daddy. And then 5 minutes later, you are expected to protect and put your life on the line for her. Like
Correct.
that's how we were raised. So it's like that carries over to the way we treat our women.
Damn, I hope your mama don't treat you like that, but damn.
No. I want to. Yes. That being
No,
said,
I ain't talking about you personally. I'm just
oh no.
saying.
I know. Nah. I know dudes whose mamas treat them like that, Vinny. I know dudes personally whose mamas treat them like. I know. Listen, I'm not sitting up here trying to call people out, but I know dudes who's been on this podcast whose mamas treat them like that. Well, not now, but used to treat them like that. But yes, I'm
Look,
so glad you said that. I need to throw this out there. I spoke to my mother and I told her that I was gonna have this topic, and I told her I was gonna mention her. She's all good. I wasn't gonna say any of this, but she let it be known that it's cool, and she actually encouraged me. So what I will say is my mother had a drug problem when I was born. Well, after I was born, she developed this really bad drug problem. it was such a bad drug problem. I got taken away from her. I was put in the system for a while. But my mother, outside of her drug habit, my mother is not a masculine woman. She tries to be. Mom, I'm sorry, man. Anybody who you fooled, I'm blowing your
About
cover.
to.
Yeah, I'm about to blow your. My mother is not like this tough, masculine, assertive woman. Even when I argue with her or I might get tense and assertive, she never gets assertive back. She never, the most I'll get is, you know what, Jabbar, you right. I don't even want to talk about it. That's the worst. That's the worst I get from her. She is by
Mhm.
far not a masculine woman. When I speak about the masculine women I was raised around, it was mostly aunties and distant family, stuff like that. I just established to y'all I was taken away from my mother. So she's not the one who was the masculine woman in my world. The thing that's funny is the masculine women in my world used to talk shit about my mama because my mama had the drug issues. And then it's like jokes on you, you know what I'm saying? The drug issue wasn't the problem, it's your masculinity. Jokes on you. So, well, my mama used to be on drugs. All right, well, she's not on drugs no more. You still masculine, so what we gonna do
Right.
about this?
She,
Huh?
she just had to fix one problem. You're still fucked up.
Right, you still fucked up. So, mother, I love you, man. She's been through a lot, but the reason why I bring her up is because I understand that there are women in this world who get it. But even the most feminine women in today's society was still taught that their man is supposed to be their slave. And
Yeah.
it's a tough thing, but at the end of the day, it's on us to break it, man.
That it is.
We were lied to like history has it like, black people just asked to be free and eventually we were just free. Like if you ask enough, they'll let you be free. And that's just not the way things work. You gotta be willing to fight for your freedom. If you're not willing to fight for your freedom, it ain't gonna happen. Now, fighting doesn't mean that there has to be bloodshed, and fighting doesn't mean that somebody has to walk away with a nut. Fighting can just be an argument. But there's men are not even willing to have that argument with their women. They're just not willing to argue. And
Right.
so they're volunteering to be slaves.
Pretty much so.
Vinny B,
Like,
I know you be slaving, yo. I'm not saying
mm-hmm.
that I'm not saying, you have to please don't say nothing that's gonna have the missus mad at me. But I'm sure I'm sure you got an incident you can share. Matter of fact, I'll share first. And while I'm sharing, you could think of something that you can
Okay.
add to the conversation.
Yeah,
Does that work?
no problem. Uh-huh.
All right, bet. See, I've told the missus that I listen to her too much. And that's because, I've been raised, like I said, by I was raised by terrorists. I was raised by a group of people who really didn't care about my well-being and my future. It was more about me conforming to what they want or else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that being said, when getting into the relationship with the missus, I had the mindset that it's like, we're supposed, equal, 50-50. We do this together type shit. And I didn't really understand the difference between a male's burden of performance compared to a woman's. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really get that no matter how well intended the missus is, her perspective is truly upon her, just, her burden of performance.
hmm
You know what I mean? And being that her burden of performance is low, like we talked on you saw the clip I put up. I don't know if you did. I put a clip up this week, and there's when we was talking about how she would tell me to just get some rest, like a day like today. Get some sleep. You haven't gotten any sleep, and that's just her,
hmm
looking out for me. It's not to say that what she's saying is wrong. It's not to
Right.
say her advice is bad advice. It's just that her advice is coming from a perspective that, not understanding the burden of performance. As a man, I have to push past. I have to push
You
past.
got
It has nothing to
right.
do,
Got things you gotta take care of. Yeah.
right. It has nothing to do with not wanting to listen to you. It has nothing to do with you're not right or you're wrong. It's just
hmm
that you don't understand as a man, just for my well being, I have to program myself to push past these things. You get to rest in those areas. You get to rest in that emotion. I can't. So it's like it's not a matter of not listening to you because I'm better than you or I know more than you. It's just more like, why would I do that? Why would I do that to you? Do that to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
So
you find that, I mean, at least I find that, a lot of times that perspective is always kind of different. The like you said, what we think that we need to do and how we need to do it compared to how a woman may think that we should do it or how they want to do it or whatnot. It's
right,
it's definitely different. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to. It's like we have to finish. You know what I'm saying? It's like we know it's something that got to get done, it got to get done. I can't sit here and procrastinate, sleep, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. Got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's plenty of those long nights.
yeah. Especially as a man, you have to understand we all have emotions, yes, but you know we aren't really driven or regulated by our emotions. We have the ability to push past and work through it. Um, it's not a matter of weakness, strongness. It's just nature. Women they need a little bit more time to process their emotions. So it's not to say that they can't do the same thing and they can't understand it the same way. It's just that you know it's the same way with men. We're logical, and if women want us to understand their emotions, it's going to take us a little bit more time to actually understand their ability to deal with the emotion because it's not natural for us. So you
Right.
get what I'm saying? So
hmm
the moment you understand that, you know that, all right, this is her response based on how she's feeling in the moment. She's gonna feel differently. If you wait 5-10 minutes, she's gonna feel differently. So it's on you as the man because you can already look past that emotion to be able to say, I get it. I get she's coming from a place of emotion. I still gotta have the logical answer. But if you decide
hmm
in that moment, nah, I'm just gonna listen to her. In that moment, she might feel like, yes, I got a man who respects me, a man who values my word. But tomorrow, when that problem is still a problem, tomorrow when the situation is not better, it's actually worse, she's not gonna care that you listened to her yesterday. She's not gonna care that you valued her opinion yesterday. All she cares is that this problem is still here. So it's not a matter of dismissing the woman or not caring. It's your job as a man, as the leader, to always understand that you're supposed to be looking for tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next generation. She's looking today, and that's her job. That is her job. If I'm not worried about today, who is? Somebody has to be worried about
hmm
today. That's her job. It's my job to worry about
Yeah,
tomorrow, and so forth.
yeah.
But men, we've been so programmed to be slaves that we'll do that and believe that we're supposed to pedestalize and thank the woman for it. Like, thank her that we're capable of doing all these things.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the slave mentality right there. That's it right there. The same way the slaves worked on the cotton field or whatever the case may be. When Massa got a big contract for this cotton or a big contract for these apples or these oranges, the slaves celebrated like they were getting something.
Right.
They weren't getting nothing. You're gonna get whipped
More
later.
work.
Yeah, you're gonna get whipped later. Your missus might get raped, your daughter might get taken, your son might get killed. But we celebrating the success. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you get what I'm saying, Vinny, man. I'm sorry.
I get you. I definitely get you. My example is a little bit different. It's just more so from pretty much straight physical slave labor and pretty much treated just like you said. Like, all right, boom. So for this certain individual I was with, I I I needed to pretty much the issue was my house. So
Whoa, what
I'm
do you
like,
mean the issue
okay,
was your house? I need you to
we
explain
we were
why your house
we were
was an issue.
moving, trying to move together. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving together. So it's like I got to do some work to my house. Now I ain't want, I won't ready to do the shit, but in that mentality, it's like I got to do what I need to do to make her happy and give her what she wants. Like you said, that that doing whatever they need and whatever they want to make them comfortable, regardless of if it really logically is good to do at the moment, but for the feeling, for the to make them feel good. So I remodeled half my house,
Oh wow.
living room, den, 2 bedrooms,
You finally
and
was able to raise those ceilings, huh?
shit, you funny. I got a bigger fan to make it feel like it. I just turned on the fan and you think you somewhere real nice with a breeze. That's all it is.
Oh man.
But nah, so boom, I do all of that, and but run out, you run out of supplies, you run out of money, you run out of time. All of the above, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. So, but you would think, like you said, if you got somebody that really appreciates what you do and really values you, you know what I'm saying, and respects that, they'll come in and say, okay, well, we got half the house done. We could work on the other half.
Yep.
But when Master comes in and Master sees that all the work ain't done, Master ain't happy.
Right.
Master don't give a fuck about what you didn't do, what you did do. It's all about what you didn't do.
Yep. Yep.
And it don't matter what happened in between time, rather hurricane or what. You supposed to been in them fields getting this work done. Granted, I ain't give you nothing to do with but a bad hoe and a,
You know
and
what
a
I mean?
bucket with a hole in it. You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying? I ain't give you nothing to do no work with. I ain't come help you neither. I looked over shit, but I ain't come help you. I asked you to make sure you was getting shit done, but I ain't come do shit. But Well,
Listen,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to get you in trouble, Vinny. So
Yeah.
so you can blink twice. Okay. Confirmed. Okay? Yeah, I gotta say that. Just blink twice. All right. But this is kind of what I mean. Do you? I saw this TikTok, and it was a young lady talking about how she caught a flat tire. She called 4
Hmm.
or 5 dudes to come help her, and 2 of the dudes, it was just, oh no, I think it was 3 of the dudes, it was just, they just was too far, and have them come change the tire was too much. But 2 of the other dudes gave her other excuses on why not, like why they wasn't coming to do it. Her answer, her conclusion was that men ain't shit no more. Men ain't what we used to be, and all that good stuff. And I couldn't help but to notice that, yeah, but when you caught a flat tire, your first instinct was to go to men. That was your first instinct, to call 5 men to try to get your tire changed. I think this is what I mean when I say slaves. Like I said, just blink twice, Vinny. Okay. You ever notice how your lady will come to you with the problems that she needs solved, but the moment you have something to say that she don't believe she needs solved, she don't want to listen to you?
Yeah.
That's okay, Vinny. We gonna send in the troops to come get. We gonna send the troops to come get you, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all got the code. Y'all saw. Y'all got the signal.
You got the signal.
Got the signal, man. Let's go. But no, it's because it's not to say it's a conscious decision. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there's not. But for the most part, I know most women are not making the conscious decision, waking up in the morning and being like, man, how am I going to enslave my man, or enslave my son, or
Right.
enslave my husband? It's not like a conscious thought. But it's, during the Willie Lynch Jim Crow era, it was a part of the plan to turn the women against the men and have the women keep the men down as slaves, so that high society ain't got to do it anymore. And what I'm trying to say is that subconsciously, women were programmed to value, or to see the men in their world as slaves. You're here to do the things I want you to do. You're here to do the things that I need you to do. You are to talk to me the way that I want you to talk to me. You are to live your life the way I want you to live your life. And don't you dare tell me how to live my life. I do my girl trip. I do my clubs. I twerk when I want to, because I like to twerk. Don't you dare talk to me about the shit that I do, and just make sure you will heed to the things that I tell you I need from you. They were taught that that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't hold no bad feelings towards women. Like I don't feel I'm not any angry or angst towards women for that, because I understand they were programmed to be that way. I was programmed to be a certain way too. But what I do get disappointed with women is, when are you gonna fight that programming?
Right.
When are you going to accept? Go ahead, Vinny.
I think I got an answer for that.
I want to hear it, man.
It might be accepted more when the men themselves also stop going along with the programming.
Yes,
So
yes. Fact.
It's gonna, like how everything else is gonna take them to change in order. Because if dudes is accepting it, like why change? To be honest, like, like that's the
Right.
same thing with dudes. Like if a chick is accepting something, why am I gonna change it?
Right. Right. You're right.
So the change only begins with us, fellas.
Hmm.
Stop being simps.
Huh. How about that?
All, all, all
I
these
think. I
Drakes
think.
out here.
I think being a simp. It's just like. It's just like being a hoe. It's like being a
It's
promiscuous
just
woman.
like being a hoe.
It is. It's a choice. It's a choice to. As how do I say it? You're
Oh,
choosing the easiest path you can think of because you think it's
right.
beneficial for you right now, and you are not thinking about the long-term effects and damage that it's gonna cause you. So that's what I mean when I say simping is like hoeing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's time that we stop lying. Same way we say we need to stop lying to these women, we need to stop lying to these men. One thing that we do as men is we kind of just let men do their own thing. As long as you're not being a creep or you're not being a danger to other people, we just let you do your own thing. But we shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We need to put an end to that. We need to put an end to that. The Simps, no, don't come around me, man.
But Jay, I agree with you. But niggas done got sensitive, bro.
That's my point. Yeah, I don't want no sensitive nigga. Yo, me and Stacks was talking. Shout out to Stacks as always. Me and Stacks was talking, and
Yes,
we
sir.
was like, we were like, the one thing that we appreciate about each other is that we don't never have to hold our punches. We don't never have to be talk PC and things. We're free to be savages when we have conversations with each other. That's why we appreciate our friendship so much because out here in this world, we can't do that. People are too
Right.
goddamn sensitive, man, about everything. Man.
Everything.
All I'm saying, Vinny, all I'm saying is when you look at the way, like I said, I do not blame women for the programming. I'm disappointed that ultimately it does appear that they're choosing to go with it. So it's kind of like being diagnosed with diabetes, and your
Hmm.
doctor says, "Yo, you got diabetes. This in your diet, this too much sugar, too much sodium, too much." And they go through the whole list of all the things that you eat and that you do that's harmful to your body. And then you walk out the doctor's office, you go right to Dunkin' Donuts, get you a half a dozen donuts. On your way past on your way home, you pass a Popeyes chicken. It's like fuck, I gotta give me my Popeyes. That chicken sandwich is crack. And so you go there and you get your meal, and then you get home and you got all of that food and all the drinks that you were just told you're not that's detrimental to you.
Yeah.
That's how I see women with relationships. It's like you can tell them they've been programmed. You could tell them that it's damaging to them and that's going to destroy them, and they'll still just do it. And ladies,
And
understand
you know what's even crazier?
what's that?
But you know what the craziest shit about it is it be the man that they're wanting to get that's telling them that the shit that they're doing is wrong and they don't agree with it.
Yeah, and that. Thank you. I'm glad you said that because what I was gonna say is that's all the simps' faults.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's why I don't want them nowhere around me. You are a part of the destruction of society, man. Your weakness, your weak heart, your weak mind, your inability or the lack of desire to compete. Make it's like, yo, just are you still having children?
Oh my.
You understand
You
what I'm saying?
reproducing?
Right.
You
You're teaching your children to be the same fucking way. No, man. No, man. You're harming society. I think I think if we took like a place like Haiti and put all the
damn.
simps and hoes there, the world would be a better place. The world
Jay, why Haiti though, bro? Like,
Why Haiti?
yeah.
Because neither one of them deserves shit, and Haiti ain't got a lot of resources. So simps and hoes don't deserve shit. So you send them to a place that ain't got a lot of resources. They think they know everything. They think the world revolves around them. Let them go build something out of nothing.
Send them to Greenland.
The Greenland? Nah. That pure. You talking about that pure land? All that good
No,
snow,
Greenland
untouched, untapped.
is all I know it is a lot of snow and ice. That's all I know. That
Yeah, but
sounds like a
that's where we get our good air. That's where all the clean air is.
we
That's where
no, we get
the
the good
fucking
there from South America. We get the good there
good
from
air
South
from South
America.
America. You ever been to South
Yeah,
America?
from the rainforest. Just from the rainforest.
Man, by the time that air goes through Cuba, that shit ain't no goddamn rainforest air, man. That's just straight pollution and oil and corruption. That's all you breathing in. Once it gets to that point,
Corruption.
that's all you breathing in, man. Ain't getting none of that good air from this good air from the south. Ain't no
That's
such
where
thing.
El Nino come from.
Yeah, I mean, out here, man. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah,
I,
you get what I'm saying, man. The good air, what I
but
mean
yeah, I
by
feel
that is,
you.
the reason why I say that is untapped land. Greenland is so cold. People don't go there to live. People don't go there to
Yeah,
settle. So you're going to send the worst of our society to the most pure, untouched part of our world. Nah, send them someplace that, that, that
but they simps. They can't make it. It's cold. They ain't got no electricity, no Wi-Fi.
you, you
Haiti
know what
gonna
they're going to do?
they gonna do
You know what they're
something.
going to do?
What?
They're gonna listen to the hoes and destroy that whole fucking land. That's what they're gonna do. They're just so used to whatever you say, whatever you say. They're just gonna follow the hoes. The hoes are gonna like, we should put a fire here. We should build some over there. We should try. And they go there doing all that shit and destroying that fucking place. Sims
Okay,
are
I
incapable.
understand.
They're just. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like they're not capable of doing these things. They just they're not like they don't have a reason other than to be punked by a woman for them to do things. It's like they're
Yeah,
gluttons for punishment.
yeah.
Ladies, I hope y'all
It'd be like,
understand.
it'd be like that.
This is the opportunity for y'all to understand. For those who care, I mean, I know a lot of women gonna see this. I have so much to say. Hey, I welcome all your negative comments and negative perspectives. I'm cool with it. But there's some women out here who actually care. Like they didn't realize that they were programmed to hate men. They didn't realize they were programmed to treat men like slaves. And they've been wondering their whole lives why the relationship with their children's father didn't work out, why their relationship with their husband didn't work out, why they couldn't get along, why they had such a great relationship with their mother but were so distant from their father. Like there's a lot of women out here who went through these experiences and can't figure out why. It's just something there. And I'm telling you, ladies, y'all been programmed to see men as slaves. Your father's a slave, your boyfriend's a slave, fiance's a slave, your husband's a slave, even your sons are slaves. How
Yeah.
often do you see mothers like talking to their sons like they're grown men on the street?
And talking to grown men like they kids.
Slap him on the back of his head. I told you go pick that shit up a long time ago. Why you ain't? And they just so aggressive and so assertive, like Massa with the whip.
Yeah.
And a lot of women out here are trying to figure out what's wrong, like what's the disconnect. I'm telling you, ladies, that's the disconnect. Go look it up, do some research, and you'll see that you've been programmed, literally programmed. Hmm. Good. Please know I'm messing. See, I can't mess with her like that because she'll be like, you know what? I ain't gonna sit around you no more. You ain't gonna blame me for messing up your show.
Leave her alone now. Leave her alone. It ain't even happened. I ain't even hear it. I ain't even hear it.
All right, but you get what I'm saying, man. Ladies, y'all
Yeah.
have to
Mhm.
understand we are not your slaves. We are your men. Whether it's your father, whether it's your significant other, your sons, you're not gonna make it in life. You've been lied to. You're not going to make it in life the way you're looking at it because men are not slaves. And by the time you're old enough to realize that, it's going to be too late.
Right.
You have burnt bridges with men so much that you'll not have male protection. You'll not have male companionship. You'll, like you think you will because dudes, come on, man, dude, we gonna smash. We gonna smash, man. We gonna we gonna smash and smash well, man. And as many times as you allow it to before until you start wanting things from us. And it's like, gotta cut her off. But y'all mistaken that as affection, and that's a whole nother subject, man. We gonna talk about that at another week. But the fact that women think that men having sex with them is like like that's affection or like relationship, like that's supposed to mean something. That shows me that women today put way too much value on sex, period. You tell us not to look at y'all, that we objectify y'all. Shit. Y'all the ones who think y'all the ones who think the world revolves around your pussy.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
but that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. Vinny V.
Buddy. But
So you tell me you ain't
man,
never seen women doing that to
mm,
their son.
you said what?
You ain't never seen women doing that to their sons.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But that last part that you said, boy, they think that thing, that cat run the world, be that
Man,
motherfucker purr and everything got to drop down for it.
yeah, man,
And look, so
I blame
and
our
all of them are the
masculine
best.
ass.
But
What
look,
you say?
and all of them are the best. All of them got the best.
That be bugging me out. That be bugging me out. It's like, wait, what? You do understand, like
You
men
can
we can say
you
that
can have
because some men
three
are
women
some men are
around each
strong.
other and they all will say they have the best.
Right. But I don't even see how that's possible. All of y'all's is made the same way. You know what I mean? Like we don't care about the depthness of it. Like y'all all are made the same way. Some dudes are longer, more girth. You know, some are straight, some got curves. Men's come in different ways. You know what I mean? Women, y'all are all the same. How do you believe that what you have between your legs is special in comparison to all other women? That's crazy. Like, what are we going off of? Like, how are we comparing yours to everyone else's?
But you make him nut. I think he was working on that.
Yeah, I think yo, you stupid.
But for real, that shit be
Yeah,
bugging me. Yo, it be bugging me out, bro. Cause
that's
I'll be like, but at the end of the day, y'all chasing the D. Like you
right.
talk shit, but you chase it, you get it, and then you think you control it, but it's we still know at the end of the day, dudes is chasing pussy, but if the D right, it takes over.
Yo, listen, man. You can have you can have your version of good or special the JJ. You can have your version of it that you want. I can guarantee you that dude who you with after I'll say at the max, after 5, maybe 6 years, and that's max. That's in extreme cases. He gonna be tired of your shit and want something else. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good you believe it is. Ladies, it's not what's in between your legs. It's all the same, man. Listen, man. When I go fishing, man, if I get 10 crabs or 10 basses, I'm not looking at the basses like, ooh, this one's better than that one. Oh, that. No, I'm just gonna eat them. I'm gonna eat this one's Monday. This one's Wednesday. Like that's all it is. That's how
Yeah.
men see it. Like y'all think that we just want. It's like it's just something.
We just want fish. We just want it. We just want fish this day. We want chicken this day. That's just what.
This is gonna hurt y'all. I'm sorry, ladies. This is gonna hurt. But a lot of y'all are learning that the value of your JJs is like a pair of shoes. That's how valuable your vagina is. It's as valuable as a pair of shoes. Those same shoes you bought 4 years ago because them shoes was hot. They were fire. They went real good with that outfit. You bought it and wore it like 4 or 5 times in the past 4 years. But after those 4 years, it was like, I'm tired of it. It's not in style no more. I don't like the fit. I don't like the way it looked. That color's no longer in. And so you don't want those shoes, no more. Now you want a new pair of shoes because those shoes just ain't cutting it for you no more. Y'all learned that that's how men see y'all vagina. 4 years, it was good, but I got tired of it and I don't want it no more. And y'all learning that, it's like, wait a minute, there's no fucking way. We were told that this is treasure, that this is everything. And you're sitting up here telling me that men look at it like it's just a pair of shoes.
AJ,
Sorry, man.
AJ,
That's to y'all.
a new pair of Jordans might drop every few months, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Years.
I told you this is in extreme situations, man. I get it though. You right. You right though, man.
Right, bro. It's like that, though.
I really want whoever's listening, men or women, I want you to understand the point without getting offended. Vinny's right. You're lucky if you lucky if you get 6 months. You lucky if you stay with you has sex with you consistently for 6 months before he gets tired. You're lucky. I'm just being honest with you.
He might actually like you.
And there's a big
Mike.
emphasis on Mike. Big emphasis on Mike.
Depends on what the package comes with. Because if it comes with other benefits without any view of any what's that relationship shit. Yeah, nah, we can rock this out a little bit longer.
Yo, guys, yo, I don't know why we be acting like, all right, ladies, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna criticize men real quick and be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Men, we are so good at just being full of shit. A man will date a woman for a year, and he knew 8 months ago he didn't want to be with her. He knew 8 months ago she was not wifey material. He knew 8 months ago he didn't even like her. He don't like her. He don't like her friends. He don't like. He think her mama disrespectful. He think her daddy's pussy. He didn't like nobody, her or nobody, but he will front for a year, 2 years, come around your mama and smile every holiday. Walk up to, hey, Miss, yeah, go, happy holidays and all that good shit, knowing he don't like her. I don't like you. I don't like your family. Niggas is so full of shit. I've seen it
Okay.
so many times. I don't even understand.
Right.
My bad. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Dudes don't respect my time. That's your boy. My bad. Is my mic making a lot of weird noise?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I learned, man? When my phone ring, my bad. Let me give me a second.
Yeah,
Take
it
over
interferes with her.
opinion while I mute this. Yeah.
All right. Well, man, the whole the whole shit with it is just sideways, bro. Like I dudes when dudes do that shit, it's like, why are you wasting your time though? How valuable is your time to you at that point? Like honestly, it's such a lose-lose situation. I see both of, like I don't know. I might feel more like the chick is really, like you really thinking there's something or there might be something, but like this dude is knowingly wasting his time. Like you don't have nothing going on in your life if you can waste that much of your time anyway.
Benny, why you acting like, man? I told you, man. Common sense, Benny. Why you acting like losers just don't exist in this world? Like I don't like. Some people are just losers. The same way you'll have a dude pay pay $3,000 to go to like a HVAC school and drop out halfway. They're just some people are just losers in life, man. Some
Yeah.
dudes are very willing to spend a year of their life either chasing a chick, toying with a chick, playing house, playing daddy. No, knowing I know I'm not raising these kids for the rest of my life. I know that. But I have no problem playing daddy for a year. I'll do this daddy shit for a year. And you understand what I'm saying? That's
But that's
that's how it
exactly
goes
how
on.
it be, yo. That's exactly your exact words
Yeah,
is
man.
how it will come out.
Yeah, man. I'll do this for a year. I'll try it out. But does he say that to the lady who has the children? Does he does he say to the lady, I'm not trying to take care of your kids for the rest of my life, but I'll try and do it for a year? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
No, man, not at all. That's what I mean. We scumbags for that. Like you said, that's like wasting your time. You're wasting your
Right, bro.
resources. You're wasting so much just to get over on this chick. Just
To
to get
think you
over
are.
on a chick. What?
To think you are. Because really you getting over on yourself.
Nah, man, you're destroying that woman more. You're
Well,
destroying the
yeah,
woman
that's it.
more. So it's like, and look, see, I guess I don't empathize with men who cause problems to themselves because I also understand that as a man, whatever problem you cause yourself, you also have the ability to solve it. But
Right.
when you out here causing problems for other women, yeah, you are causing an issue to yourself, but you have time. I can use a woman at the age of 35. I can use a woman at the age of 40. and still be able to 10 years later start a family, like work on my trauma or work on my mindset, my efforts. 10 years later, at the age of 50, I can still marry a woman who's 35 and can have children, have 1 or 2 children, and still be able to have a family. But that
Yeah,
woman
you're
who you
right.
did that to, that year of her life you wasted, that year of implanting, like giving the children the false hope or the false thought or a misrepresentation of what a father is. If their father ain't there, and then you came and did a year in and bounced, they are not in that short period of time. You giving them a bad vision or thought on what a
Mentality.
father is. All right,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to continue the conversation the way we have it, Benny. Is rocking, man. But I would be remiss if I didn't welcome Rich to the conversation. Rich, what's good, brother, man? What's going on, boss, man?
Chilling,
What's
chilling,
good?
man. Been a wild, wild fucking month, man. 40 is not, I mean, not what I
He's like
expected.
30. He's like they lied. 40's not the new 30. They lied to me.
How is
Yeah,
everybody doing?
yeah, we
Doing
good, boy.
good, sir. How about yourself?
Oh, let me turn up. How is everyone?
We're
Good.
good. We're good. How are you, boss?
I still got the broken shoulder, but it's healing. They say probably be another 6 to 8 weeks. Then I got physical therapy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
It is.
you moving around, shit. At
Oh,
least
yeah.
you moving around with it. Yeah.
I took the sling off because that shit debilitates the shit out of me. I can't tie my shoe when I'm driving my car.
right.
The other hand, see, you know what I'm saying? Use my turn signal. Fuck that sling. I got a strong tolerance for pain.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that the
I
other
was going
day.
Yo,
Right?
Ritz, I just want
Yeah.
to tell you before you go any further. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
finish, but I have to say this. I haven't gotten any sleep in 2 days.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, you and me
I'm,
both.
I'm overstimulated. Okay. So I've been drinking. I've been
Hey,
drinking.
me too.
I've been smoking, and I have a cup of coffee. So I'm liable.
you
What?
should put the liquor in the coffee.
You trying to listen, man? I don't show the audience my savagery. I leave that up to y'all. I try to keep my savagery contained online. Y'all got to see me in public. You want to see savagery?
I'm actually late on the podcast because of my savagery. That's why your boy ain't got no shirt on.
Yeah, I was gonna speak on you having your nipples out on cam, but it's all good, man. You know, I think the
I thought they
audience.
were supposed to be hidden, man. You can't see them things.
They not.
You said, yo, come on, man. You said you try to get subscribers.
Can I get a little privacy over here?
Yeah. You can't see them.
So, Ritz, man,
Yeah.
I'm going to continue with the subject. When we finish the subject, we'll get back to your what's been going on with you. But
Okay.
I don't want to. You know, we're talking about.
Yeah, we want to segue into, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something else.
We're going to segue into what you was speaking on. But we're talking about. All right, real quick. I just broke down Willie Lynch, Jim Crow. Willie Lynch plan was to make women more independent minded and masculine. It was a psychological it's just I don't want to say experiment. I don't want to say experiment or test because they kind of knew what was going to happen. They experimented and tested the horses. That's what they did the experimenting on. So when they used it as a plan on society, it was they already knew it was going to work. So I wouldn't say a test. It was more just their plan. But I'm explaining that. That being said, women in today's society do see men as slaves. That's why, that's why the average man is invisible, or the average man who works really hard jobs. It's like, just think about it. 100 years ago, the men who worked the really hard jobs were the most respected men.
The blue labor workers, the blue collar workers.
Because it's understood without these men, society does not. There is no society without these men. But now here we are 100 years later, and let's be real. Not only do women not respect the men who do these jobs, women don't even respect that these jobs exist. Good. Yeah, I got you, boss. I got you. Here you go. Hold on. Boom. There you go. I got you. When you're ready, just wave your hand. But that's all I'm saying, Vinny. At the end of the day, it's like men have to understand that, though. Like you said, it starts with men. Like, let's just be real. Like, can I be honest with you, Vinny? Can we talk? Can I have a little church with you, man?
Yes, sir.
You and I both know that in order for women to be able to
Sorry about that, fellas.
treat it, you good. In order for women to be able to treat us as slaves or see us as slaves, we just allow it. Like if men just said, like, hey, cut that shit out, it's over. Women, like, what can they do? Like, can they say? Can they be like, no, you gonna be my slave, or you gonna let? It's kind of like they have no choice. We don't have to use no violence. We don't have to use no aggression.
Am I muted? I can't hear nothing.
You're not muted. Yo, what is up with that hat, Ritz? Yo, Ritz, what's up with that hat, boss? Why
Hold on,
forehead look like you got? Yeah. Why it look like that? Why it look like that right in the middle? Yeah, right there in the middle. Yep. There you go. It had looked like you got hit with a baseball, like somebody hit a line drive and hit you right in the head.
Thank you. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my headphones. I can't barely hear anything.
All right, good. Go get your headphones. You here? But at the end of the day, what do you think would be the first step? If I know question, that's why I'm trying to narrow it down a little bit, because I know that's a very broad question right there. I was saying, all right, what advice, truly, you have daughters.
Yeah.
What advice would you give young women who understand this reality?
So, like when it comes to like how they deal and how they manage choosing man and stuff like that.
No, just the understanding that society's going to have you view men as slaves.
First thing, I got one rule. Like not one rule, but one thing I follow is treat others as you want to be treated. And that's just about it. And that's just the bottom line. If you don't want to be treated that kind of way, you don't want to be someone demanding stuff on you and making you have to do stuff and whatever. Then don't treat nobody else like that. Not
Yo,
somebody
Vinny,
that
man.
you know.
Yo, Vinny, man. Listen,
Mhm.
man.
What's up?
You've been listening to these masculine ass women too long, yo. I don't know who these women are you be having around you. My bad, Rich. I see you there. I don't know who these women are that you be around, man. Maybe it's co-workers, because I kind of know your family. I don't know too many. Even the most masculine woman in your family is not like very masculine. It's gotta be your co-workers. The fact that you would sit up here and say you would tell your daughters her way to understand men and deal with men is to treat men the way she would want to be treated.
Mm. Touche, Jay. Touche. I didn't think about it. You're right. My bad.
Mhm.
That sounded horrible once I really.
It's like, no, you don't treat a
Yo,
man the way you want to be treated
yo,
as a woman.
disregard that. Disregard that all the way. Just my bad. That is not what I would say. You are absolutely 100%. It'd be more so just give. How about mutual respect? Is that does that sound better?
Mutual respect. I mean, absolutely. I would say, I would
You
say,
know,
I would say respect as human beings, human decency.
right.
I agree
That's
with
what I'm
you.
trying to say.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of because the whole concept is you're thinking they're beneath them, but excuse me, you're thinking that women are thinking men are beneath them. But if they're at least thinking, hey, we're on the same ground here, and you know what I'm saying, then that would definitely change the interaction.
Hmm. I get what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
at least a stepping stone. I mean, because you saying where to start from. That's not where we definitely gotta build on that. But if you want to start somewhere, start on common ground.
See, that's why, Rich, you always come through at the right time. Right when I need a little bit more of a traditional outlook on things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I just had to walk away, I need to hear what Vinny's rebuttal was or what he was saying so that I can
All right,
see where. Okay.
I asked Vinny, being that he has daughters,
Yes.
what advice would you give your daughter as far as going into society, knowing that society is going to push you to view men as slaves? What are you going to tell your daughter on how to navigate life and deal with that?
I would so if I had a daughter, um, 'cause I don't have a daughter, I would tell her to treat everybody equal, but worry about yourself first.
Mm,
Uh, Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Don't take advantage of people. Don't belittle them, and don't expect or don't expect anything from anybody. Is what I would say. Not be treat people like slaves. Like I would say, learn to depend on yourself. I mean,
Say that again. What was that last
learn to
part you said?
depend on yourself.
Oh, learn to depend on yourself.
Yeah, not take advantage of people or treat anybody the way you wouldn't want to be treated. You don't want to be treated like a slave. Um, you know,
Hmm.
everyone's we got 24 hours in a day, all of us. All right, use it accordingly, and
See,
don't mistreat people. Treating a man like a slave, that means, you know what I mean, obviously you're dependent on them or taking advantage of them. And that shit ain't cool.
See, I had the same answer first.
Oh, shit.
I had to rebuttal
I'm
mine
sorry.
because
I'm
I had
sorry.
to think about it.
All right. I'm gonna make
That's
sure
what I
you
would say.
understand the
That's
question. I'm gonna make sure you understand
okay.
the question. The
Let me
question is,
understand.
how do you treat your daughter to not see men as slaves, although society's going to try to show her that? And your answer is for her to see men as equal or the same, and to treat a man the way she would want to be treated. How is that going to teach her respect for a man if she's going out in the world treating a man
Well,
the way she
see,
wants to be
I,
treated?
I missed the whole, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Been a long fucking goddamn month. I missed the whole man part. I was talking about people in general.
Look, I did the
Alright.
same thing. Don't worry about it. I did the exact same thing. I had to think about it. Like, nah, bro, nah, you right.
So,
I mean, because it is one of those questions where you gotta be real particular with how you what you're
word it.
hearing and how you and what you're answering because the women expect to be pampered. Women expect to be, taken care of. So they
Shit.
can't
Not
treat
my
men
lady.
the same way.
My
But
lady goddamn won't let me do shit for her.
Right now.
Right. Because I'm
Right
still
now.
friends.
Yep. At some point, she don't want you doing everything for her. It's gonna go from I don't want you doing nothing to I want you doing everything. What you
Oh,
think?
shit.
You think you exempt?
Yeah.
Think you exempt? Your lady got a
No.
whip in her closet just like every other woman got in their closet. It's up to
Oh, I know
you.
that.
Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you're gonna allow her to use it on you. But she got a whoop. She got a whip waiting for you. At some point, she gonna want you doing everything. Whoosh. Take out the trash. Whoosh. Buy me some shoes. I need a new bag. I want a
look,
steak.
and
Whip is gonna keep coming out.
the whip gonna have a Nike check on it saying "Do it."
Just do it.
When you said the whip in the closet, I was talking literally. I already know she does.
Yeah. And she gonna literally use that shit on you, bro.
Look, he gonna come in here with a shirt on and a turtleneck. We be like, "What's wrong, Rich?"
Yo, Rich, man, what happened to the tattoos? You ain't showing off the tats today. Like, nah, man.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Look,
What
arm
tattoo?
back in the sling.
Yep.
He's like, he gonna be like the sling. The sling make me comfortable now. I just hold myself.
I actually
Oh, yeah,
upgraded
bro.
it. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more. It gives me still a little bit of mobility, you know? Yo, you a
Oh,
fool,
man.
man.
Y'all boys is
Bro,
funny.
he gets it, though. I mean, we all understand that as men, at some point, regardless, we going to be
Yeah,
expected to take on the mother load. And that's where you
yeah,
decide whether or not you're going to be a slave. It's not to say you don't take on all the load. You,
Yeah,
as a
because I
man,
was
it's
going to
your
say the same
job.
thing. As a man, I want to do everything for her.
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely. I agree. But there's a difference between having all the responsibility and authority and having all the responsibility and no authority.
Nah.
So
That
that's slavery.
that is slavery. And I mean, you have to advocate for yourself and stand up for yourself. I mean, set boundaries.
Listen, man. I'm not gonna. Let me see. I don't want to tell any in particular stories. I'll just say this. I know. There's dudes who like their ladies punish them with withdrawing pussy
Yep.
or just things of that nature.
That's the first time out. You know what I'm saying? That's the first punishment they'll do. You get none of
No,
this.
see that
Like,
right there alone is like no, I don't no. Like I said, I told Vinny earlier in this podcast, I was stupid at one point. At one point in my life, I looked at it like, well, it's her body, her choice. It's still that. It's still her body, her choice. You know what I'm saying? But you
yeah.
ain't gonna be using that shit as no porn on me,
Right.
or weapon on me. Like I get it. It is your body, your
'Cause
choice. But it's
you can
also
go out the door and find another one you want to take that
right,
away.
exactly. So you don't want to give me none because you mad at me or you had a bad day. I left the toilet seat up. Whatever it is, that's your choice. But I'm not gonna sit back and just take that as a punishment.
You're a grown ass
You
man.
already rely on me to do damn near everything. And then you gonna punish me for not doing more that you want me to do? That's
I
slavery.
need
Take away my favorite thing.
Mhm.
You lock my toys up.
No, I was just you missed it, Ritz. I was telling Vinny that a lot of women are upset because they realize that they're learning that their vaginas are the price or have the value of some shoes. Like that's the value of vagina. So the same way a woman will buy a pair of shoes today and wear it for the next 3-4 years, get a couple of outfits, and look nice. But after 3-4 years, they tired of those shoes. They want a new pair of shoes, buy some new outfits because them shoes are either old, played out, not in style, the colors ain't right. So they want a new pair of shoes. That's how men are with vagina. It's the exact same way women see shoes, is the exact same way men see vagina. And women are pissed about that.
Well, I would say the vagina part, perhaps, but maybe not so much the person. Like if
No,
you
I
have,
agree. But women
yeah.
put all their value behind their vagina now.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The woman herself is way more valuable than her
Yes.
vagina.
Yes.
Way more
Yes.
valuable. But
That shit's
women,
just like that shit's a perk to. You know what I
right?
mean, if you find the right person that you like, and you get to fuck them, like yay!
Right.
like, yeah.
It's way harder. It's so much easier to find a vagina to fuck than it is to find a person you connect with.
Yo, I got Max, the streaming service. Betty, I got Hulu, the streaming service for live television. I wanted to be able to watch live television without paying cable. And you get to pick and choose. All that being said, the fact that I get to watch some of my favorite TV shows like DVR and old school shows, like that's like that actually winds up being more clutch than being able to watch live TV.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't change. I got Hulu for the live TV. Yes, the movies and the series are clutch. That's the vagina. The movies and the series, like that came with the streaming service. So it's like, yes, it comes with it. And that right there alone is like I spend more time on the streaming service because it has more options. But it doesn't change that the reason why Hulu is there is because there's specific things I want to watch.
Yeah.
Women think that because they got that extra streaming thing that I could watch this all day. I could watch this all day.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it valuable.
No, it doesn't. It does not. I agree, 100%. Like I said, it's a perk. It's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's a perk.
I've just been stressing the past couple of weeks, Ritz. I know you ain't been here.
Yeah.
So when I say
I
this,
apologize for that. All ego. I apologize. I've been a little absentee lately. Been going through some things, but go ahead,
it's
bro.
okay. Just don't let it happen during Black History
Man, fuck Black History Month.
Month.
You was a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, that's just so stupid, man. Black History Month, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever see that meme with Morgan Freeman
Yes,
where he's talking
and I
about Black
agree with
History
him.
Month? He said, "Get rid of that shit."
Yeah, I agree.
Him,
I agree too.
Draymond, even Draymond Green had one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck Black History Month. That shit is crazy. But we ain't getting on that.
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to
We're
just to
segueing.
address that real quick. That's a part of keeping us slaves.
Hmm. Well,
That's
but yes,
part
it
of it.
is.
And
It
I
is.
want to emphasize. I really want to emphasize. At no point in this broadcast during this episode have I said anything about black or white. I'm telling you that this is all about just having people slaves. It's not about white
Right.
people having black people as slaves. It's not about black people having white people as slaves. This affects everyone.
Because it
Just
alters their mentality or how they perceive things.
right, even because I'll put it to you this way, man. This is gonna sound very controversial, but just let me lay out this scenario, okay? Yo, Ritz, man, you're a Caucasian man. If you lived in the suburbs where it was a staunch conservative neighborhood, and your daughter went to school with some young ladies from the poor neighborhood. They just happen to be black, but it's just because they're from that poor neighborhood. It's not because they're black. It's because they're from, and you know what that poor neighborhood breeds. You know what the poor mentality breeds. And so you looking at your daughters, and they're around. She's constantly around other women who are twerking on tables.
And yeah,
Who
I
are
wouldn't want that at all. Not because they're
right,
white or black, because I
right,
wouldn't want that influence on them. I
right.
wouldn't want them to think that's what's acceptable or that's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, do not do that.
See, the reason why I said to you, you're a Caucasian, and as a
It's
Caucasian
because
man,
I'm Caucasian.
the reason why I say that is because unfortunately, in the black community, they teach that that's okay.
They advocate that.
They advocate for that. And see, we in the black community would judge you as a Caucasian man and say you're being racist because you won't accept that bad behavior. Instead of us looking at it like, no, you fucking idiot. It has nothing to do with you being black. It's just you are using the excuse of you being black on why you're accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the action itself.
If it was some fucking
Unacceptable.
white hoes trying to teach my daughter to twerk on tables, I'd still say fucking no.
And and
Absolutely
you know
not.
what's funny? You know what's
Huh.
funny? Let's say that video went viral. You saw your daughter standing on the table with the
Mm,
rest of her friends twerking.
mm,
But you
mm.
see in the comments, you would see, and I'm sorry, sisters, I know this sounds um, it is what it is. You don't like it, do different. You don't like me saying it, do different, so you don't feel this
That
way.
you don't gotta say it.
Right. But the truth of the matter is, Rich, the sisters would jump in the comments and attack you for stopping
Say
your
me?
daughter from doing that. They would
Well,
look at it because they would look at it. I'm telling you, this is how the brainwash is. This is how bad the brainwash is. They would see it as your daughter is one of them now. They don't see that as just black. They don't know, my bad. They don't see that as just bad behavior. They
Yeah.
see that as black behavior.
Hmm.
So the way you see it as it's bad behavior, which it really is, we have been so self-destructive, so taught to have no self-respect that we actually claim that as our culture. So so by you disciplining your daughter for being that way, you would have people from the black community coming at you like
Having
you
a
wrong
backlash
for
at
telling
me.
them not to do that shit.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part about the shit is that we actually accept like what's bad is black
Yep.
and black is accepting of it. And it's like, come on, bro. Like you like we said multiple times, you have a choice. You have a choice to either continue to do shit that don't benefit you
Yep.
or change it. Like you don't have to be this. That you know what I'm saying? Like, is this really the model that you want to set? This what these are the values. Like you used to jump rope and now they twerking. Which one you think was more beneficial? Which one was better off for you?
Well,
Because they damn sure done traded in the jump ropes.
I can tell you both of them were equally as beneficial for the goal at the time. See, jumping rope back in them days, back in them times, women were still preserving their innocence. Women were still about just,
Hmm.
enjoying life the right way, the responsible way. Nowadays, enjoying life is being a hoe. I said it. When women talk about, oh, I needed time to
And
enjoy
we
life,
talked about
I needed time to learn. What she's saying is, I needed time to go around, party, be with a bunch of men, have a bunch of experiences with men, learn to devalue men, and let them devalue me. Now I'm coming to you, wanting you to have a relationship and do something with
Well,
me. God damn,
that's pretty powerful.
it.
I don't know what to say on that one, but I agree. And
I
look,
mean, but look, that's
I,
most
I
of the
went through.
situation. You cannot get
Hold on,
away
hold on,
from
Vinny.
it.
Hold on, Vinny. Hold on. I want to hear what
Yeah.
Rich is saying. Hold on, my bad. My bad.
I got to be honest. Remember the three of us, all went out the one night, the water side and whatnot. You always call me
Yeah.
a savage, this, that, third. I can't expect anybody not to have a wild past and turn around, not turn me into a slave, but accept me for what I did in the past and
That's
judge her
because
for
you
what
think
she did in the past.
that's because you think men and women are the same. That's the only reason why you feel that way. It's because you think men and women are the same. Because you're looking at it from your perspective as a man. You know, you as a man, even though you could have had sex with fucking 500 women by now. You know,
No,
dealing
I'm
with
not
another.
that high. I'm not that
No,
high.
I know. most most men are not.
I ain't Wilt Chamberlain out there, man.
I get it. So I know. But the point is, you are looking at it like this. No matter how many women you've been with,
Yeah.
when you get with another woman and you decide to make it serious, the fact that you've been with all them other women in no way is going to affect your decision making, how much you put into
Nope.
her, none of that.
Nope.
And you're
No, it's
thinking
not.
because that's how it is for you, that's how it would be for her.
Mm, I do. That is my mentality. That is.
But that is
You're
not the
correct.
case. That's
Not
not the case. Because all the niggas she done been with, she's comparing you to them. So if this dude
Mhm.
was able to take her out to a fancy restaurant every other week and you can't, she's noticing that. If 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 she was allowed to do girls trips with with the other dude, but won't not allowed to do it with you. She's noticing that. She's comparing every dick that's been in her to
Oh
you.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
but
man.
she didn't think about that.
That's how. It's no, and ladies, that's
I
not me saying
literally-
you're doing anything bad. I'm not saying you're doing anything bad. That's just what it is.
No, yeah, that's just
You
what
said
it
you
is.
didn't think about that. It's something I would like to just push to the wayside because the past is the past. It's done.
That's for
Yeah.
The
you.
present is the
That's for
present.
you. That's for you as a man. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not the same for women.
But you know, Jay,
There's
that
nothing.
goes that
Yeah, there's nothing you can ever do to change that. Like you can't say to the woman, you know, hey, no matter how many guys you've been with, you know what I'm saying? That's the past. Your past is your past. My past is my past. From this day forward, we're not allowing each other's past to affect this relationship. You can say that until the fucking cows come home. She's not gonna do it. It's not it's not like I said, it's not a knock on women, it's a survival instinct.
right.
We don't have that same survival instinct because we don't need that survival instinct. But women, they need it. She needs to know that you're as strong as this other dude. She needs to know that you can take care of her the way this other dude did. She needs to know that you can be a leader the way this other man was. You're not looking for a leader. You're not looking for
You
somebody
know
who's
nobody's
strong.
leaving me.
Right. So that's why for you,
Leaving.
the women you slept with, it's like, it was literally just to sleep with him. But
Yeah, that shit's out the window.
for a woman to sleep with a man, he has to spark some type of interest. Even in a one night stand, women don't go around having one night stands with just anybody.
Nope.
Even in the one night stands, that person chose to have
Have you
a
seen me? Yes, they do.
that dude that she chose to have a one night stand with, like she was attracted to him in that moment. There was something
Mhm.
about him that sparked that emotion to make her want to have sex with him. For a man, there's no emotion. There is just motion. There's no E in front. It's just motion. You see a chick with a fat ass, it's like, oh shit, and then you just follow that ass. All right, no emotion at all. I don't know nothing about her. I don't care to know nothing about her. I just seen that ass or I seen that body. That's it. Oh, a chick, if you look brolic, you a Chad. Your body's cut, your abs is right, you dressed right to the T's, you got a little watch on, everything's right. And she come up and talk to you, and you look at her and be like, hey, sweetheart, how you doing? She's gonna walk away. She don't give a fuck how attracted you, like how aesthetic you look to her eyes. She's walking the fuck away from you. Because that's not how women pick men. You
Yeah.
have to have traits and characteristics that she deems acceptable, and looks is only something that'll catch her attention. But for men, all you gotta have is looks to have sex. We don't care about how smart you are. We don't give a fuck about your job. We don't care about like you talk about your bodies. Overall, no, we don't care. We only care as far as wifey. But it's like
Yeah.
overall, we don't care. Why? I'm just at the end of the day, I don't care how many niggas you've been with. I'm just
Trying to
trying
bust a nut.
I'm just trying to be with you tonight. Like, trust me, I had no intentions on calling you tomorrow if that was the concern. You know that you don't have to worry. I'm not.
This I agree with. And this is, it sounds like you're just describing me.
Jay special.
Yo, I swear to God, when you post this, I'm gonna make my girl watch this shit with me, bro.
Really? Well,
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna edit this one. As soon as it's over, it's just gonna be up. I'm not
Please
gonna edit.
don't. No edited needed. Please. I
But
wanted to hear
but
all
yo,
of it.
but Jay, this adds up to what we was talking about earlier though. What's the difference between dudes and chicks? Like vaginas and dicks. There's
Whoa.
vaginas is
Hold
all
on.
the
Did you
same.
ask what the difference is between vaginas and dicks?
No, no, listen, no,
Hey,
you
yo,
Use your
understand?
words.
I understand what I said. But listen. What we were saying was all vaginas are the same. Dicks is gonna be different. All vaginas are they're made the
all
same. They're
vaginas
shaped
are
the
the same,
same. They
right?
work the same.
They're the same.
Some might be they're the same. They
The
have the
only
same
the
muscles.
only difference
There's
is some vaginas have more moisture than others, but that is literally the only difference. Well,
there's
oh,
one more. There's one more
yeah,
difference. Their services may not be in the same place. That's it.
I
I'm
was
just
gonna
not even
say.
gonna.
I was gonna say
I,
some of them are more worn out than the others. That was what I was gonna say is the difference.
J, aka their services may not be in the same place.
I was like, yeah, I hear you. I was just
yeah.
gonna say it the blunt way, but okay, we could we could be nice, nice and
Um.
professional.
But
In
look,
my.
but
In, hold on 1 second. Just to speak on that, because I'm disagreeing
Prince
with
is
both
fucked
of
up. His
y'all.
head is fucked up right now. Like, wait.
Nah, y'all gotta stop. I'm a highly sexual individual. I've been with a lot of women, and not every fucking vagina is the same. Y'all get the fuck out of here with that. Not every vagina is the same.
Listen,
hey Rick, let me
Not
ask
at
you
all.
something.
Not at all.
listen.
When you go in the vagina, your goal is to get a nut, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Why else would
you
you have sex?
let me ask you
But
something.
are you telling
So
me?
even go ahead, Jay. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, really, go ahead, because I see where you going. Go ahead, you got the wheel. Go ahead.
So you telling me that even like when you working when you know doing whatever with a chick, you know what I'm saying? So in the process of doing so, you're gonna get your nut regardless of if it's wet, tight, loose, whatever. It still is a pussy, and you're going to get that nut, right?
That's the goal.
Chicks can't do that because if the D ain't right, they ain't gonna get there. So this
No,
goes back to why they
I've literally stopped having sex with a girl because it wasn't right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Every vagina is not the same.
Oh wait, that's what I
I
was saying. Some are
Every
more worn
vagina
out
is
than
not the
others.
same.
So no, I
yeah.
hear you. We agree that some are more worn out than others. Yes, we
But
all
for the
agree with
most
that.
part,
Yeah. But
but
outside
for the
of it
most
being
part,
worn out, they're all the same. Listen. Yo,
right? No, look. He's seeing it. He's seeing it. He's
yeah,
seeing it now.
listen. This is how you end the whole debate on if it's all the same. Okay, it's a Saturday night. You going out to the club, to the bar, wherever you going, and you trying to get you a baddie. I'm going home with a baddie tonight, man.
Uh-huh.
It's the end of the night. It's 1:45. No, 1:50. Got 10 minutes. This shit shutting down anyway. And the only thing left are demerits.
Demerits.
That's the only thing left are demerits. Are you telling me you're gonna say, dang, ain't nothing but demerits around? Oh, I can't get a nut tonight. Or is it like, yeah, she ain't bad, but I'm gonna get a nut tonight. So it doesn't matter whether the vagina's attached to a big woman, a ugly woman, a pretty woman, a skinny woman. It doesn't matter I'm gonna put my my long John Silver
Little
up in
man.
and ride ride this horse throughout the night till dawn.
A horse with no name.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, it's listen,
Oh,
I know it's
oh man.
tough. Yo, we've been lied to a lot in life. We've been lied to a lot. And some of the things we were taught to believe we was meant to believe that these things would be benefit to us. We was taught that being a weak man is good character.
Mm.
And that's the difference between the winners and losers in life. Some people will be like, nah, it's the same thing on the women's side, man. Some women don't give a fuck about this feminist
Oh,
shit. Some
I
women don't
know.
care about that. Some women are like, nah, as soon as they 19, 20 years old, I'm looking for my husband. She been cooking, she been learning from her grandmoms. She does nothing but buy dresses, work in the garden. There are women out here who don't pay any mind to this modern feminist BS. There's plenty of women out here. The problem is they're the silent minority because there's so many boss babe slave owners. That's why when you hear women when a guy asks a woman, well, what do you bring to the table that would deem you worthy of a high value man? That's why they always go to their money. They're trying to purchase them a slave. The things that a man
Like at an
wants,
auction.
yeah, because the thing that a man wants, they don't care. They don't care what you want. All they care about is I got money and I'm independent. So I should be able to have whatever man I want. I'm not saying that, like I said, it's not a conscious thought. It's not like they're saying, all right, because I have my money and I'm independent,
But
I'm going to go buy me a slave. That's not how they're thinking about it. I'm just saying they've been given these habits.
but dealing with an independent woman who chooses you and doesn't want shit from you,
For now,
like, how would that make you? You said for now.
you have to always say that because that's what it is. It's for now.
Okay.
Everything's always
For
subject to
now.
change.
Yo,
Subject to change. Yeah, I got you.
yo, women will tell you if you was to have that conversation on some real shit and said to her, yo, so you telling me you could see it like this for a lifetime for the rest of our lives? I promise you, she'll say no. Like, and she'll say she wouldn't be like, oh no. She would be like, oh no. Like she'll say like, oh whoa, rest of our lives. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying right now until you know. But there's
Then.
always a time where she's gonna expect you to do everything. And you're gonna have to learn to delegate. You have to learn to say, listen, I don't mind doing this, I don't mind doing that. Jokingly, the missus was struggling with opening a bag of chips. She was struggling and she couldn't get it open. And I saw her look at me and I looked at her. And on that last second, she got it open. And she started laughing. She said, I was about to ask you, you could open it. I was struggling. And I said, I was gonna look at you and say, shit, those are chips. You can handle that one on your own. Because at the end of the day, like, I get it. I'm here for you. And I don't mind. Like it doesn't bother me at all. But just to like, all right, to get in the habit of not believing that it's my job to do everything. Some of these little tasks you could do, but it's not to say it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to help them understand. Look, I'm not your slave. I'm just not your slave. The things that are important, the things that are needed, I got you. And every now and again, there's going to be things that is not important, is not needed. I still got you. But for you to expect that whatever you want me to do, whatever the task is, that I should do it, not only that I should do it with a smile. I should make you feel good about asking me to do this thing for you.
Be right back, cuz.
Yes, sir.
I definitely feel you. Like, real shit. That is real shit.
Yo, looking at Rich make me want to have another drink. Hold on, I gotta pour another drink. Rich just like he put me to shame. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? This dude just got off of work, got on the podcast, and he already be on you. What are you doing, bro? Or my double shot going on here. You ain't gonna make me look. You're gonna have me looking weak on my own podcast, man. Vinny, don't let them do that to you, man. Stand up and take your spot on your podcast, man. They don't be up here, coming up here looking all bent. You look, Ritz, you look like you had about 3 shots before you came on the live. He's like pretty close. Maybe not 3 shots, 3 beers.
and 3 something else's.
I'm about to say he wore out. You see them eyes.
Yeah.
You remember TLC. You remember TLC.
That's why I was late on the podcast.
I get it.
But shoot, but yeah, but I mean, but but the mentality. It's all about the mentality, bro. It's all about like you said, we got to change before they change. So it don't matter until we ain't simping.
So we ain't simping. And it ain't never gonna be over.
I got
all of us don't.
Wait, what
can just the majority of us not simp?
No, I don't know. What was you saying, Rich?
I said I got called a simp the other day.
Oh.
I said, hell to the motherfucker, no.
Oh man. Yo, somebody call me.
As long as you know me, have I ever been a simp?
You've had simp moments, but you're not a simp, no.
Simp moments.
Everybody got simp moments.
No, you yourself are not a simp, no. But you definitely had simp moments.
Oh man.
Don't make me have to. Not on live. We're not gonna talk about that on live.
I ain't embarrassed. Fuck it.
No. You're not gonna have me do that. No. You're not make me do that. Not here on live.
Now I'm curious and shit.
The show will be over soon. We'll talk about it off camera. But
got you.
But no, don't feel. Listen. Don't feel bad. I spoke earlier. I want to say it was like maybe 10 years ago. I was having a conversation with Dre, and I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, some real shit, boss. I gotta be honest with you. I don't like this feeling." He said, "What feeling?" I said, "When it comes to my wife, man, I feel like a simp. I feel like a simp when it comes to my wife." And he was like, "Yo, whoa." He was like, "Jay, you don't say that. You're only a simp if you out here doing it in the streets for women who don't deserve it. But that's your wife, you know." I don't see how you simping for your wife. You do what you're supposed to do for your
Mhm.
wife. And I told him, I said, you know what, you're right. I hear that. When
That
me
is
and him
right.
got off, no, when me and him got off the phone, I was like, nah, fuck, you don't know what the fuck he talking about, man.
Bullshit.
You don't know what the fuck he talking about. He not a married man. He don't know. He's assuming. He doesn't know. That shit sounds good in theory. You don't know this shit. I know this shit is different. And simp for your wife. Like how many men out here have wives who don't respect them, who don't love them, who don't even like to be around them, and them niggas is still
That's
simp.
simple.
Like, yeah,
That's simple. That's simple. You doing for a motherfucker that don't respect you. That's simple.
yep,
Don't
yep.
give a fuck about you. That's simple.
He shake off the phone. So this thing don't know what the fuck you talking about. That
A
shit's
lot of
fucking funny.
a lot of I know you watch me on this podcast and I might come across as rude or obnoxious, but women who know me personally, women who had like whether met me at work, met me in school, met me just out in the streets when I'm running these streets, all women will tell you that I'm a nice guy. Or and I tell women all the time, I'm not nice. See, when you look at me and you see me as being nice, you are taking my kindness for a weakness. I'm not nice, I'm just being kind to you. If I didn't like you, you wouldn't see this. But because I have some type of respect for you, some type of whatever you are, whatever position you're in, I deem you worthy of me being kind to. But please don't get it mistaken. So any ladies who know me, who thought you know me and be like, oh, he's such a nice guy and all this other stuff. I'm sorry, man. It's not my fault you took my kindness for weakness. Blame society for teaching you to look at that as being weak. But y'all gonna understand that a lot of these simps do not have your best interests. They don't care about your future. They don't care about your children or your children's future. All they care about is what you
Get them
offering. And
drawers
all you
off.
say you offering is what's between your legs. What'd you say, Rich?
Get them drawers off.
Yeah, man. And it ain't worth spit. It ain't worth spit. When we as men have to start accepting that and owning that and understanding that, like
I
a
already said
woman's
earlier, it's a perk. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's an added bonus, but you can't base a relationship on just what's between their legs.
I don't
Yeah,
think a relationship should be based on what's between their legs at all.
that's what I was saying. That's just a
At all.
bonus.
Yeah. If that. If that. That's like
You gotta
it's
for a
like an extra
relationship.
it's like having an extra hand.
For a relationship, you
What?
want to.
It's like having
For
an
a
extra hand.
relationship,
I don't want to beat my own stuff today. I want somebody else to beat it for me. It's like having an extra hand.
yeah. Yeah, for me, for a relationship to work, you gotta want to be around that person. They gotta, you know what I mean? It's not just for sex. You don't get sex with anybody. Fuck, you can go on Backpage and get them pay somebody to fuck you.
Wait. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna sound real hypocritical, okay?
Okay.
Because anybody who knows me knows I spend a lot of time around my wife. I spend a lot of time, but that's more like a developed habit. You're sitting up here telling me that when you meet a woman and you get with a woman, you're gonna want to hang out with her and spend time with her.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know, bro. You need to look at the last clip I put up on either Instagram or TikTok, because being around women are gonna make you weak, and I don't know why you would volunteer to make yourself weak. Only
That's
being
true.
around men make you stronger, sharper. For every hour you spend with women, you're just getting weaker.
I disagree.
Okay,
That's your opinion. I disagree.
I'm
Me and you
gonna give,
normally don't disagree on things, but I
I'm
disagree
gonna
on
give you
that.
an example. Let me just give you an example, like what I said on TikTok. The missus a couple weeks ago told me to go to get some sleep because I hadn't slept in days, kind of like right now.
Hmm.
She was like, "You need your sleep," and in my mind, my immediate reaction was like, "Yeah, I do. I'm tired as hell." And she was like, "Yeah, go ahead, lay down." I said, "But I got other things to do." She said, "Yeah, but you need sleep first." And I had to remember, wait a minute, I'm a fucking man. Needing sleep is never something that's supposed to stop me from doing what I have to do. I do what I have to do first and then go to
Then you
sleep.
get the rest. Yeah.
Right. And what I'm saying to you is being around women for a long period of time, you will eventually be going to sleep instead of getting up and doing what you're supposed to do. Because your woman's gonna make you feel comfortable. Women are nurturers.
What's
So
wrong
they want
being
a man to be
comforted and
strong.
nurtured?
Yeah, they want a man to be strong. They want a man to be a leader, but in your presence, they can't help but to nurture you. And if you don't need
Mm.
any nurturing, then she's just babying you. How is babying you gonna make you a stronger, better man? It's only gonna
I'm
make
I'm
you weak.
already I'm already fucking strong.
Right, but babying you is gonna make you weak. Babying anybody, anything, it makes that thing weak. And if you don't need her nurturing and you're sitting around her anyway, would you think her nurturing neurons are gonna turn off because you don't need it?
No, I didn't say I needed nurturing, but
No, it's gonna happen.
what if you just like being in someone's presence?
She's still gonna be nurturing you. The same way when you sitting in her presence, you gonna keep being that man. You at no point gonna stop being that man in her presence. Then
No.
you need to understand she ain't never gonna stop being that woman in your presence. So as long as you being that leader, she gonna keep being that nurturer. You ain't gotta be asking for it. She gonna keep doing it. Same way she ain't gotta ask you to be a man. You just gonna keep doing it. The difference is you being a man in her presence benefits her. When she don't need it, if she don't need it, it still benefits her. But if you don't need it and she keeps giving you that nurturing, that's babying you, that's spoiling you. Any human being who's being spoiled is going to become lazy or become weaker because there's no desire to do anything for your own. There's no desire to fight. There's no desire to push because you always got somebody there to validate how you feel and make you feel better. It eventually makes you weak. And it could take a week, it could take a year, but at some point you'll look back and be like, shit. What the
Mm.
fuck happened to me? I remember I used to do this, I used to do that, I used to be like this. What the fuck happened? Yeah,
I woke up like, what the fuck happened?
yeah. Vinny V, man. You got any words of
Yes,
wisdom for
sir.
my boy here, man? Any words? Listen, man, my man Vinny V got 4 kids. He got 4 kids and he got 4 kids and 6 baby mamas.
I know how that happened.
Multiple personalities.
He got 4 kids.
It
His
happens,
baby
bro.
mama. He knows something about this.
It
Each
happens,
kid got a
sir.
different baby daddy. Just came out the same goddamn nutsack.
Look, man,
Multiple personalities.
like out of all, like women generally, if they don't respect you, bruh, like it don't work. And
Yeah.
you can pull the moon down. You can pull the moon down for motherfucker. If they wanted a star, it don't matter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Nah, I agree with that.
so it's just so that's why like at the end of the day it all like and it's the same thing for women, same thing for men. At the end of the day we gotta have that value and that have that
Know
input
your
and
worth.
that energy in ourselves.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to
You
know
know
your
what I'm
worth.
saying? In yourself. In
Yeah,
yourselves. And if you don't, then you're gonna become that slave regardless. Because you ain't no better than it anyway.
Y'all are cold hearted.
Wow, why you say
Y'all are cold hearted. That's what I've
you're
been
cold
talking
hearted.
about. That's what I've been talking about, man. You gotta start learning yourself and have
No, you got to know your
understand.
worth.
Okay, knowing your worth. Yeah, yeah. It's easy when to say that. You're not looking at it from the perspective that most motherfuckers ain't worth shit. So to tell most people to take a look at themselves and understand their worth, do you understand their worth ain't shit? That's why they delusional
but
and they say shit because they know their worth ain't shit.
well, Jay, if they won't raised by their masculine mamas and they weak
Yeah,
ass baby daddies,
yeah, man.
they'll get some more shit about themselves and find some worth.
I
Yeah, man.
still work with my mother, and my mom is strong as shit.
Uh-huh.
Dead serious. She tore into me just yesterday at work.
Uh-huh. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what's crazy, Rich? Before you got on this live,
Uh-huh.
we were talking about masculine mamas being strong and disrespecting their sons in public. Yell at their
Oh yeah.
son, hit their son, all kinds of shit. And then you come on to it, yeah, I got into it with my mom's today at work. It's like, oh man.
Embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because
Well,
it just ain't
here's
shit
the
you can
worst
do
part.
about it. It's
Here's the worst part.
emasculated.
Here's the worst part. Motherfuckers are used to it. They just turn a blind eye.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
No, that is so. Yeah.
They're like, shit, that's just Rich and his mama, bro. We good.
Oh, they
What
have,
happened
yeah.
with the game last night?
It's
Yo,
true story. It's true story.
that is hilarious, man. That is
And
hilarious.
then, so the other day, 'cause I got this broke shoulder, right?
Right.
Ryan is my boss as well. My brother-in-law is the general manager of Cocaine. I don't know if I should be saying
Yeah, you done said a lot just now. You done gave his name, his
I
position
know.
in your life, his position at work, and where the
Yeah,
workplace is. You might as well just.
Well, anyways, I went out on the street when I wasn't supposed to do actual job, and
Mm,
my girl hit me up, and she was like, What's the fucking address to your company?" I'm coming up there. She said, "Did you tell your mom?" I said, "Hell no, I ain't tell my fucking mom." Do you
oh
think I would have get yelled at? So
oh
my
my
girl
goodness.
shows up
Oh,
to
okay.
meet my mother for the very first time to let her know.
Yo,
And so the two of these fucking women ganged up on me, gang.
gang.
Yeah,
Mm,
man, just tore into
Mm.
me, and I had to just sit there and listen to
I
them
just
both
want you
yell
to
at
un-
me.
I just want you to understand. You're 40 years old,
Yeah.
and the lady looks at you and says, "Did you run that by your mom?" I just want you to process that. You're 40 years old, and another adult looked at you and asked you this
So what we
decision
talking
you
on the phone?
made. Oh, okay. Well,
She look
says
at me and
says to you, this decision you made, did you run it by your mama? And to you, that doesn't show you, wait a minute, she ain't got no goddamn respect for me. Why the fuck is she gonna ask
"Nah,
me?
bullshit. She has respect for me."
Listen,
Right.
you are a grown man. The fact that she, the fact that she would even imply that you should have asked your mother about a decision you made as a grown man. I want you to understand that. I just want
think
you
I
to
might
understand that.
explain. I think I might explain it wrong because
I hope you did. I hope you did. Let's just say, because you sit up here saying like,
no.
"Yo," she asked me if I told my mom, and it's like, wait, what? If I make a choice, I'm a married man. I had a car accident 2 years ago. I still deal with pain from that car accident to this day. And if the missus says to me, I don't think you should go to work today, and then goes upstairs, let's say an hour go by, 2 hour go by, and I'm like, nah, man, I need to go to work. You think I'm going to run it by anybody else on whether or not I'm going to work? It could be something that's harmful to me. It could be something that's beneficial to me. But if I make the decision, this is what I'm going to do, nobody around me would say, hey, did you run this by the missus? Did you run this by your mother? Did you run this by? Nobody would ask me that question because people respect me enough to know that if you ask me that question, there's going to be a problem. Why the fuck, as a grown man, should I run by anybody a decision I made for myself?
Which I didn't.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying the fact that she would imply that you should. That's what I'm saying. Just the sheer fact that she said to you, oh, did you run this by your mother? It's like, are you fucking crazy? I'm a grown ass man. What do you mean that I run something by my mother? And if you was here at the beginning of the episode, my mom's is gonna be watching this episode. And my mom's will tell you, and my mom's loves me. And my mom's will tell you that ain't no decision I've ever made in my life as a man.
Did you
I look
run
at
by
my
her?
I say, yo, mom, what do you think about me doing this? How do you feel about me doing this? Is it okay if I do that?
Well, shout out to your mom. So it's been about how many years since I seen her?
Yeah, it's
Thank
been a
you
minute.
for welcoming me into your home.
Yes, absolutely. I don't get me wrong. I'm not here being a hypocrite. There are
I
times I
damn
run
sure.
things by. There are times I run things by the missus, but it's because I want to. It's
Right.
like, something will come
I was
up.
about to say,
You know what I mean? It's like, damn, let me
I
run
damn
this
sure,
by the missus.
I damn sure call
I'm
my,
not sure.
when
What you gonna
it's
say?
not in a relationship, I damn sure like be like, mom, look, I'm about to boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really. Do you think I
Right.
should? It's more so. This is what
That's
I'm
what I was
about to
gonna
do.
say. Like, I'll run things by the
Yeah,
missus, but it's not like to
yeah,
get
I'm willing to
shit.
accept your opinion on it, but
Right.
this is the shit I'm about to do.
Right.
Like,
Exactly. It's more
I'm
so,
not
this is what I'm
asking, I'm
doing,
telling.
but I do want to know your opinion.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not asking
yeah,
you.
yeah,
I'm telling you what I'm about to
Right,
do.
yeah,
I'm
right,
giving you a heads
yeah,
up.
right, right.
yeah,
Look,
yeah. Motherfucker ain't
that's what my
supposed to
girl
act.
was actually
People,
saying. She was like, "Did you give your mom a heads up?" I
But
was like, "No."
it's your why should you?
Yeah.
right.
Why should you? You know,
Well, I
I got to
shouldn't,
be
and
honest
that's
with you.
why I didn't.
This podcast today, I see is gonna go a little bit longer than intended. So I understand if anybody got to go because I'm looking at the time. But
I would say
the
I definitely
subject,
got to go soon.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got
I
to
get
jump
it.
off here shortly.
I get it. You work at Covan.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
You
I
used to
get
work
it.
there, you
I've
know.
worked it. Yeah, I've worked there before. I get it.
That's how we met.
Yeah, man. You gotta be
Yo,
there
tell
6:30 in the
tell the
morning.
tell the world how you met Ritz.
Well, I'm not gonna tell the long story. I'll tell a short story. I started working
Yeah.
at a moving company. We was going out to do a load. There was this young this young man in the back of the truck, laid out on the bed, drunk, hung over than a motherfucker, like super hung over, and he was, I think he was pissed off about something. You know what's funny, Vinny? He was mad at his mom. He was mad at his mom that day. They had got I forgot what they got into about. I think he went out for his birthday when matter of fact, I think she was upset at you because you celebrated your birthday the day before and you came to work intoxicated and she thought you should have been doing that. And you was more on some man, fuck that, I'm here. Yeah, I did all this shit last night, but I'm here, and I'm gonna do the goddamn job, so leave me alone about it. And so that was my introduction to Rich. I didn't know his name. I didn't know nothing about him. All I knew is about 5 minutes before I leave for this delivery, they let me know that I'm working with I forgot the other dude's name, that dude who was the driver with the glasses.
I
I forgot
forgot
his
his
name.
name. He ain't
Yeah.
important.
But it was him and this David guy. And I'm like, who the fuck is David?
And
And
this
I
David
get on the
guy.
truck. And I get on the truck and it's like, oh, it's this guy. The dude came to work hungover. My first thought was, oh, this is gonna be a tough day, yo. Oh my god. But this dude Ritz, it's like I should have known that you had a alcohol thing back then. Because this nigga hopped up, hungover and all, and started moving his furniture like I'm like, yo. It's like and it's not like I'm just shocked because I saw how hungover he was. It was a ride too because we was on a like a Class A truck, so we
Yeah.
had a nice little ride. He was in the back sleeping. He was fogged up, and just to see that when we got there, it was like all that went out the window. And as soon as the job was over,
Professionalism.
as soon as the job was over, he got back on the truck, fucked up. It's like, damn, so you just did this whole shit fucked up. Like it didn't change nothing. We get back to the job. Now, mind you, the whole time we talking music, we're talking, things of that nature. He shocked me with his knowledge of hip hop, specifically New York hip hop. And it's not like, yeah, he knew the Nas's and the Jay-Z's, of course. But he knew like rappers in New York that New Yorkers don't know. So I was impressed by his knowledge of hip hop. And then when we got to the job, he saw my license plate. My license plate said Crud Love. And he asked me what did I know about it. I asked him what did he know about it. And everything was history from there.
For sure. Absolutely.
Crazy
That
shit,
is,
man.
yeah. 19 years old, man. I'm 40. This is 21 years ago.
Now, don't get me wrong. Although those women were useless to me, like 100% useless to me, I should have known that Vinny would always be the utility guy. Because the day that I met Vinny, he was hanging out with a set of twins.
Oh shit. Twinning. Twinning B.
Twinning
B.
Twinny B.
Twinning B.
Twinny B. You know. So it was like, I should have known then. I met him, he hanging out with 2 chicks. I should have thought about that then, Vinny. No, I got a big ego. I was
Hey, we have a good time though.
Yeah.
Twins,
Hell yeah.
twins, cool
One of
people,
these
bro.
days, I'm going to dedicate an
Twins,
episode to us just talking about all the good times we had. Because we experienced shit that like a lot of people don't experience in a lifetime.
Let me tell you this story real quick, because I actually just told it to my girl the other day. She loves animals. She has cats, dogs, and whatnot. I told her about Jazz. And I told her about the story about how the door kept being like open when we come back. And then we had just done a song and we were listening to it in the car to see how it would sound, in the vehicle. And we saw Jazz open up the fucking door.
Yo.
You're like, get your ass back in there. And this motherfucker literally shut the door back.
I'm so glad you said that. The missus is dozing off right now, but she gonna play this back. I told her that story several times, and she's like, "Yo, so you telling me that he opened the door?" I'm like, "Yo, you don't get it. We made sure the door was closed because that shit kept happening."
Yeah. Because you kept asking me if I was shutting the door behind me. I'm like, of course I am.
Yep.
And we watched him do it.
Yep. Had the most
he would throw his
remarkable
body.
cat.
He would jump up on the end table and throw his body against the doorknob until the door will pop open.
Yep.
And then he'd go out. He had a whole second family that was feeding his fat ass.
Yep.
They
Real
thought
talk.
it was his. It was their cat. Them poor kids. They're like, where'd our cat go?
Goddamn cat back, man. How you just gonna claim?
Yeah,
How you just gonna
Jazz-
claim a cat, yo? Fuck out of here! Oh my goddamn cat,
Yeah,
man.
Jazz
I
was the
literally
smartest
just told my
fucking
girl
cat
that
I've
story the
ever
other
known.
day. And how he would sit on the couch like a human. And when we
Yeah,
would smoke, he
We would
would
smoke,
like, if we
blow the
passed
bud
him, he'd
in
be
his
like,
face.
whoa, where's mine?
Yep.
Had to give him a little shotgun.
Don't show this clip to Peter, y'all. Don't show a clip. Well, but it is what it is. We got lit with my cat.
Yo, Jazz was a motherfucking member of CME, goddammit. What are you talking about?
And then
Mascot.
women wonder why they cat can't impress me.
It's an open door.
No cat can't do what my cat was doing.
That motherfucker
My
was
cat opened
cheating
the door.
on his whole family. He would wait for us to leave and go get more food.
I think his signal went out. Or somebody calling him or something. No, that's
Somewhere
hilarious.
else. I mean,
And then the fact that it just let him come in right there, pause, that made it even funnier. Listen, before y'all go, I have to show you this. Before y'all go. And I promise you, it'll be well worth y'all's time. I promise you that. Funniest shit I've seen in a while. I've been putting together like reaction videos, compilations. So I'm not even gonna say I came across this. Once again, my boy Stacks came through and sent this to me, and all I could think about is, yo, I gotta share this with my dudes. The funniest shit. Here you go. All right, I'm about to share this with y'all.
Humble streetwalker, a creature ubiquitous to the streets. These voluptuous bitches prowl the Los Angeles streets, preying on their natural prey, and Predator the trick. Quite the skittish creatures they be when recorded. The combined weight of their shame and hastily purchased BBLs, at times too great for their ankles to bear. Those who can seek shelter in the surrounding businesses. Best not linger inside too long, though. Their pimp, Demarcus Demetrius III, is quick to slap any bitch that dare return with insufficient funds. When threatened, they twerk, generating powerful waves of niggerific energy, lessening the decision-making abilities of all who bear witness. Some attack via more conventional means, failing spectacularly, as have all their fathers in raising them.
Yeah, that shit's fucking hilarious. Yo,
Yeah,
the dude that
I seen
narrated
that
that.
shit on World Star, the original video.
Have y'all ever watched the show on Netflix? It's called The Sandman.
The Sandman? Nah, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Alright, it's a dope ass show. But
yeah, I seen
the
it.
dude that just narrated that, that's him. He's in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, like his voice is like undeniable. But that shit was fucking hilarious. And the
The niggas,
hoes, they should be ashamed of themselves.
yeah. It was like when they
That,
twerk in their what do you call it? Dang,
In
I
their
forgot.
natural
Oh,
habitat.
niggerific
niggerific.
energy.
Man, off that niggerific energy.
Crikey.
I
Look
was
at this
dead,
hoe and its natural habitat.
Yo, when I saw that,
We got a live one.
yes, it's like, yo, that was genius, man. Shout out to the dude who put that together, man. Straight genius, man. Straight genius.
Yeah, because I ain't see the one with the narrator over it. I seen the actual regular video with just the dude flying the drone. You know what I'm
Right.
Oh,
saying?
it's way
With his
better with the
own cigarette
narrator on
streak.
it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's way better with the narrator, bro.
Yeah. That was crazy. He said, with the weight of their shame and they hastily bought BBL.
And yet, their ankles cannot hold it.
Yeah, we said,
Don't linger in the store because bitch gonna have your money.
yo, hilarious.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Don't get me wrong. As always, we kind of got off topic, but overall, it was important information. It was important information. I think that us men, we're going to continue to be slaves until we truly understand what respect is. Respect isn't
Yeah.
us ignoring things. That's not what respect is. Respect is another person not expecting you to have to ignore anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if I spit in your face, if I respect you, I expect you to have a response. If I don't respect you, I expect you to just take that spit in the face and don't do nothing. Respect is not about what you think or what you believe. Respect is about what the other person thinks or believes of you. I think we've mistaken self-respect and overall respect. Self-respect is how you respect yourself, the things that are important to you. But overall respect is what
Mhm.
others think of you and what others do. If everywhere you go, people shit on you, I don't care how much self-respect you got. The world shows you that the world don't respect you. And I think that's something we need to understand. We have to stop being slaves. That's how we were raised on a plantation. That's how we was as slaves. It's like you just take pride and solace in the smallest things and just ignore the fact that you're a slave. Find a way to get
Right.
comfortable in it. We're not society's slaves. I'm not talking about black men. I'm not talking about white men. I'm talking about men in general. Period. You're not gonna have men building this country, doing the hard work, protecting, providing, and leading, guiding, and then think that men are supposed to bow down to the women who allow us to do these tough jobs. That's just not. That's truly slavery. Can we not agree that that's slavery?
Yeah.
I can agree
Massa,
with that.
Yeah.
Massa definitely expected the slaves to praise him and be grateful to him that he allowed them to work on the plantation. Because them working on a plantation, that hut
Mhm.
over there that you see as this little bullshit hut, well, that's your hut. And if you didn't work on this plantation, you wouldn't have any hut. So be happy with your hut. And over a certain amount of time, you convince yourself that this is good enough. It's like, well, then fuck it, it's good enough. Then you start seeing other slaves be like, yo, you know, we's a free over here, and we's free over here in California, or we's a free over here in Virginia.
New York.
And then you be like, nah, hold on. My master take damn good care of me. It ain't that bad. I get room and board. I got my own place to lay my head, my belly, my wife is there. And they just make up all the reasons and excuses on why it's so
God
great.
forbid they let you in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Oh man,
they
you
let
get in
you
the
in the
house.
house.
If
Yeah.
if another slave saw you in the street, like, yo, you trying to be free? If you was in the house, you'd be like, yeah, I'm ready to be free. Hold on. Massa,
Hold on.
this dude over
We
here
got
talking
one.
about being free and stuff. He don't know. Eyes are
We
free.
talking about freedom.
That was freedom to slaves, being able to go in the house.
Man, look, Django Unchained. I love Samuel L. Jackson, but
Right.
I hated that. I hated his role
That
there. I wanted
character,
to
yeah,
punch Samuel L. Jackson in the face.
that character
It's like,
was.
what the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna say this.
Django.
If y'all want to end it out after this, I completely understand. But what I'm gonna say is gonna lead into next week's topic. I'm gonna start doing this at the end of all of our shows, so I can clip it and put it up and promote the next week's episode. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm telling you, man, buckle your brace yourselves, okay? I'm going to talk next week about how black people can't accept the fact that we lost. The reason why white people are in power and we sitting around acting like we're being victims of everything is because we don't understand diplomacy. At the end of the day, this country was built and developed in a time where that's where it was to do. Everybody in the world was going around for world dominance. That's why at some point France had a piece of this country. That's why at some point Britain had a piece of this country. That's why at some point Spain had a piece of this country, because every country on the planet, every civilized or developed country on the planet was in a rush to take over. And what we're mad about is the fact that although we are on the losing team, I'm sorry, I apologize. I said that completely wrong. Although we are on the winning team, we feel like losers. It's no different than the starters on a basketball team winning the championship and all the cameras want to be on the starters. But we all the way at the end of the bench, like, yo, that's messed up. Yo, why they get to have low management days where they ain't got to go to work? Why do they have to have it so that they don't have to do press conferences? Why is it that they get to skip practices? It's like, yo, they already showed that they know how to win. Swallow your goddamn pride and understand they won the war. If we want to be treated as equals in this country, then we have to accept that they won the war. The war going on between Russia and Ukraine, I don't know who's winning, who's not. But let's say Ukraine won. When the war's over, Russia has to put their arms down and come to the Ukraine, sit down at the table and oblige by the Ukraine's rules because they won the war. It's the same thing. The U.S. won dominancy and became a world power. Yes, it could have been on the strength of our backs or the work of our backs, all that good shit. Listen, man, whatever tools they use to get in power, those are the tools they use to get in power. But those days are over. At this point, we just butt hurt because of our pride. So next week's episode, we are going to dive in on because I don't, Ritz, I don't know if I told you, I don't consider myself African American no more. Them days is over. If anybody asks me if I'm African American, I'm going to tell them
You're
I'm
American.
Yeah, I'm just American, man. I'm just American. I ain't never been to
I never
Africa.
came from that.
I've never been to Africa. The people who raised me never been to Africa. I don't eat any African dishes. I don't practice any African traditions. I'm just African American because, if I'm being honest with you, because our ancestors fought for me to not be equal. They fought for me to be African American. I didn't want this shit. I just want to be American. Because that's what the fuck I am. I was born here.
I was born here. I'm just a white American. I got
Oh,
all
you're just
sorts of
American.
different shit in me.
You're just
Caucasian.
American.
Yeah, I'm just American.
Like, I don't understand it. And black people, I'm sorry, we will never be treated as equals. We will never have equal rights as long as we keep trying to separate ourselves. So instead of trying to make our own demographic based on our own rules and then want to bring it to the table like this is what you should do for us as African Americans. No, we should just come to the table like, listen, man, I'm an American, you an American. If you can do it, so can I. Bottom line, keep it fucking moving.
Absolutely.
But as
I
always,
agree 100% on that.
As always, this is the All Ego Podcast. I'm the host, Jay Legacy. Vinny V, you got anything to say to the people?
Be easy. Enjoy life.
Yo, that
Stop
was one
slaving
long
and
pause.
simping.
That was a long pause just to say that, yo. I said, Vinny V, you got anything to say? It was like,
He's always got a long pause.
you know what I'm saying? And he had no energy with it. It wasn't like he was like, all right, yo. It was like, be easy. You know? It's like, man, that was a hell of a build up for a low energy response, man. Ritz, man. I hope it wasn't too tough of a show today, man.
No, not at all. Not at all, man. I jumped on a little late, a little low energy because I spent some energy. Nah, but I would like to say, what's up, All Ego Podcast? This is Vince. You know what I mean? Spread love all fucking day. Seeing me, y'all know what it is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come sign in, man. Watch us. Listen. We got shit to say.
From this day forward, I'm pausing everything, yo. You
what
say
I
anything?
They was paused.
I wasn't paying attention today. I just wanted to make sure I let you know at the end of this episode, from this day forward, I am going to be extremely stern and a crucial judge. I mean, a critical judge on Paul's statements.
Okay. Did I have a pause verbal?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I just thought I'd let you know.
Okay. I
I
don't
think
think
I
I said
think
anything.
I think what made me think to say that is because you said something about coming and took a pause. You was like, "I'm coming." It's like, "Whoa, pause." You ain't got nothing to say behind that. You gotta pause that. You can't just say, "I'm coming," and just leave it at that. But
I did a lot. I did a lot of that before I joined the fucking cast.
listen, man, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, man. Leave a comment, man. Stop being not, I wouldn't say stop. Challenge. I'm open to the challenge, man. I'm open to the conversation. Let's start conversations on topics that people aren't talking about.
I do want to say this too before I sign off, though, man.
What's that?
Rest in peace, Stress.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yes, sir.
we'll talk about that, later on because I actually have a story that I was thinking about earlier today. It got me down on one hand, but it also lifted me up at the same time. Because any memories of stress are always good or good memories, man. I don't think I have
I,
any bad memories with him. Not one.
Not one. What about
Not one.
shit? You try to throw him out the house? What's up? Y'all
But
boys got heated.
friend, to me, that's not a bad memory.
It's not a bad memory.
We've had arguments in his crib where he put me out. It just happens, It just
That's the
happens.
shit we do.
No, I
This
trust and
is
believe.
how
I didn't think it was a
we
bad
do.
memory.
Yeah, man.
We
So
did.
yeah, hold on. Let me sign off and we can keep talking. So go ahead, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the All Ego Podcast, man. You want to be there to tell them that you was here at the beginning. Because once it takes off, man, you're gonna just look like you riding bandwagon that you just following trends. But trust me, man, we going places. All Ego Podcast, J Legacy, Vinny V, Ritz. Shout out to Mo Green, LC, King. Everybody else who couldn't be here today, who wanted to be here today, shout out to y'all, man. As always, y'all be easy.